Welcome to the No Practice Podcast, where we cover the only sport in the world where there is no practice. With your mini rod driving host, Adam Kester, Tyler Slaw, and Chase Richardson. Strap in for some debates on the world of pulling, exclusive special guests, and a whole lot of nonsense BS. The No Practice Podcast starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in for episode 67, as the kids say. 67 episodes in. We've got Adam Kester flying down the freeway to meet up with Chase, who's already at the event. Gentlemen, how are we doing this evening?
We're good.
3 weeks is too long for anything, especially No Practice Podcast, gentlemen.
Honestly.
I can't say how much I've missed you, but we're back for the 6-7. What does 6-7 even mean? Can we get into that? Because that's actually a question I always had. I Googled it one night.
Yeah,
What's
I
it
feel
mean?
like it's just something the kids would say anytime that would occur. Adam's got kids, maybe he would know. I don't really think it means anything, to be honest.
My
doesn't
buddy
mean
Rodney, he's riding with me right now. He loves 6-7.
Does he? Okay. Well, I'm
Can someone
glad
explain to me what it is? I've asked 100 times, and ChatGPT don't even tell you what it is.
I don't think we've got the time for that. Adam, you're driving down the freeway. Can you tell us your exact location of where you are and where you're headed, sir?
I'm pretty close to Nashville, Illinois. Headed north to the Tire Testing Nationals in Rockwell, Iowa.
The Tire Testing Nationals. Will you break it down why you are referring to Rockwell, Iowa as that, sir?
Yeah, heading north to test some tires in Rockwell.
Okay. Chase, do you think
Does my internet work?
Well, I'll be honest, before the show, you got on a surprising half hour early, and it was crystal clear beforehand.
Are you on my
Mildly
internet?
sketchy now at this point. But Chase, do you suspect Adam claiming that he's going to be testing tires is just an excuse in case you beat him, or what do you think's going on with that?
So I guess we're not going to Hebron this week, right?
Well, we're going to get into that. Believe me.
I'm being a smart ass.
We expected
sounds-
nothing less.
It sounds like a good start to when Adam goes first through third here, of him just throwing in our face that he was just practicing, not doing real competition. So it's just preparing for the inevitable.
Yeah, I understand. Adam's been on a tear. Last time out, our last pull out, both of us, our second day got rained out. Chase at Fort Recovery, Adam and I in Altamont, Illinois, at the pull that the Nelson family puts on there. Sucks for those guys. It's 2 years in a row now that got rained out. So hopefully next year we're going to have better luck there. But Adam at Goshen impressively, with a field of 22 tractors, pulled off a second, third, and a fourth with 3 mini rods spread out throughout the class, mind you.
Yeah, and the guy who won was none other than Tyler Slaw.
It is. Adam and I were first through fourth, surprisingly. So we must be living right. So it was pretty neat. That's about as close to home as we get, other than our little local pull, Hudsonville, Michigan here. And my mom showed up with my stepdad, and my grandfather was there. He doesn't get to make it out to too many events. He's getting up there in age. So it was pretty neat to get a win with them there to kind of share that. So that was honestly that I've won 3 pulls now this year, and I've won some big ones, you could say. But that pull honestly probably meant the most to me out of all 3 of them, just because, my sister was there, her husband was there, and just all the family that was there. So that was pretty neat.
And surprise, for mini rods, the track was pretty damn good.
The track was great. It was kind of weird. The first 3 vehicles before me, they struggled to get down the track, and people were kind of scrambling. Are they going to have to reset the sled? I'll be honest, I was even strapped in. I was kind of worried, and I'm like, Dad, I feel like I got to drive it out to 200 feet. And he just says, no, F that. He said, pretend you didn't watch a single one of those tractors go out there and do your normal thing and everything will be fine. And I said, well, what if I roll over at 100 foot? And he said, that wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the last time. There's a 50% chance you don't. And if you do your normal thing, I think it'll hook up. Just don't get out there and be screwing around. Just roll with it. And I was like, okay. I looked at my buddy Blake when Bruce walked away and I said, I think I'm about to roll this thing over at 100 foot, but I guess we're going to try. And by God, Farmer Bruce was right. It just settled in, made a pass, and everything was good. So,
yeah, I compared it a lot to Evansville's track, which Evansville's really good too for mini rods.
Yeah, it was.
So the last
time
we had the show, I think it was before Macon. It was there had been no one win a pull besides you all, right? You two, but Jeremy Nelson broke that up. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeremy Nelson came out with Peter Norton's new tractor, the green and black one there, and he won 2 of them in a row, and that thing's running pretty good. It's got some good stuff on there. No surprise with the Norton Nelson combo there. So
there's been one pull out of all of them that one of the two of you have not won. Is that correct?
Who?
You and Tyler. Like you all have won every pull except one.
Who?
Well, Jeremy won 2 of them.
I thought you said 2. Gotcha. What was it? The other one?
Henry and Evansville.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, thank God for Jeremy Nelson. So I guess that means without Tyler here, this podcast just brings a certain aroma to the track that me or Adam are guaranteed wins this weekend, right, Tyler? Is that what I'm feeling here? Can y'all pass it on to me?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not so it's not the podcast; it's you all. I thought that could be. I thought that Flavor Flav could be passed on here, man.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not forget last year when both of you were like, "Well, we both won championships. I don't know who let this loser on the show," pointing to me. So, I've had to take my turn of licking my wounds. So
that seems a little dramatic, but I hear you. Sounds like internet chatter.
Yeah.
However you want to word it. So it's been 3 weeks. So let's back up. You all went to Henry, and then you went to Evansville, and then last weekend was Goshen, right? And then the rain out. That's correct.
Yes,
right? It's 3 weeks.
How did you do at Fort Recovery and Chapel Hill there, Chase?
Yeah, chronologically, so Fort Recovery was last weekend. Was a Saturday. I think it rained everywhere on Saturday, but Friday was the most packed I've ever seen Fort Recovery ever. It was pretty freaking awesome with that hillside, just the environment there. I think people knew it was going to rain too, which made even that more like of a buzz. But for a Friday pull, it was awesome. I think I got 7th with my mini rod that night, and then light mod we got 2nd. 2-wheel drive we got 2nd, and then before that we were in Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill got 3rd on Saturday, which Chapel Hill, shout out to that pull. It was record attendance there for Friday and Saturday combined. I've never seen the place that crazy from the fan standpoint. Always a good time, great weekend, great event. It wasn't miserably hot, which we all know. We've been to Chapel Hill. It can get hot there.
Oh, yeah.
Had a good weekend there. Then Macon, I really want to shout out Macon. Cody Lewis's pull. Another packed house. That I would look for that event to be a one of these events going into the future that kind of takes a step up that I could see being like a Rockwell with like up to 5 sessions, or like it was 3 days, but it was night sessions. But dude, there's a lot of history in Macon, Missouri, and when we were kids, I'm sure you all went, but I went too. It was always kind of a destination pull, and Cody Lewis and his crew are definitely doing things right, and was an awesome weekend there. And yeah, it's been good pulling across the board everywhere.
I heard a little rumor there, and I don't think I've ever witnessed myself in a class. But somebody said they're rolling the track in the mini rod class.
So the track there that was a super humid and hot weekend, and it had the tendency of getting on the hard side, if you want to call it that. And I think on Saturday the decision was made when the mini rods, because we all know mini rods. I think, would it be a fair assessment? Would you all say that we can make a track harder for classes after us? Is that a fair assessment, or is that me?
No, we dry them out. We dry the track out.
Yeah, so I didn't even know. I didn't notice. I think I was third or fourth hook. I was fourth hook that night, and our crew, our guys were like, what the hell? They're not rolling the track. Blah blah blah. It was like, whatever. Let's just pull. But apparently, they didn't roll it for anyone. But I think that decision was made to try to keep the track together, so to speak. So first hook did win, but yeah, first hook did win. Troy did run really good, regardless of the number. So
he's leading the points, right?
Yeah, he is. There's no such thing as bad tracks, just bad setups. And
I've heard that.
There's bad setups with no rollers too. So
yeah.
I mean, I've seen a couple of times like Paris, Tennessee, years and years ago, and a couple other times where they don't roll the track, and it's an interesting concept, to say the least. But I thought that was quite interesting. I don't think I've ever really, well, obviously I wasn't there, but never experienced that.
It's easy for me to say because I got second, but I really don't think it disrupts mini rods like it does other classes. It obviously has an impact, but mini rods don't do to the dirt what we do. Like, and I don't know. I got second, so of course I'm going to say that, right? But yeah.
Well, it had to work good if you ended up second. Like,
that's what I told him. We got to Chapel Hill. Because a couple of competitors weren't very happy about it. I'm like, shit, why we got the roller out? I thought this shit worked great. Get it off the track. But I didn't win that I didn't win that suggestion. And I meant that in good fun. So
yeah, it's typically how it goes. Goshen for sure, top 3 tracks so far this year. I gotta say, it was right up there.
It was phenomenal.
Adam, was the fair track better than the Busch Light Nationals, or can you grade one over the other? I'm just curious.
Ooh, big pressure here.
Well, I'll say this: like, they did run the track the same direction as the Busch Light Nationals, but the tracks were shifted over to the left a little bit, and we were running actually on the left-hand track, where we were running on the right-hand track at the other one. And since the tracks were shifted over to the left a little bit, there was a little bit of a hill on the left-hand side of the track, and it kind of set the sled up a little bit higher. So everybody was kind of leaving from the left-hand side. And, it was kind of one of those things, like, Brett and Jeremy were pretty early in the class. I was first hook. I went 368 feet, and they reset the sled. And looking back at it now, I probably would have came right back, but it takes time to fuel up and slows the show down. And we got a lot of stuff going on. If I dropped 6, it would have put us back to back to back, basically. All 3 tractors, which I didn't want to do that. So I dropped to the end. But I mean, the starting line, Tyler would probably tell you, like, people were moving around, but obviously where the sled was sitting, it was an advantage to be on the left-hand side because of the way the sled was sitting. Would you say so, Tyler?
Yeah, you had that little ramp kind of gave you a little bit of a hole shot. So everybody kind of knew you wanted to leave from that far left side, but it was getting tore up as the class went on. So people were beginning to kind of experiment, move things around. I mean, it wasn't an intense ramp, but it was enough. I mean, you could see it. You could visualize that advantage there. But I thought it was a good track. I will say, I think Evansville needs to be ran the direction that we ran it. I obviously wasn't there for the Busch Light Nationals. Both of you were. My father was, and he said, while we were driving there, he said, I hope they run it the same way because you have so much more room to stage. It moves so much more efficiently. So it was cool to see it ran that way. I've seen both, and I definitely prefer the latter of the two. No
and I will say this, like, there's no doubt the Busch Light Nationals was a success. The fair, double the amount of people there. Like, a huge crowd. Like, it was mind blowing. Like, I never get to pull there, and it was pretty cool to see all the people. And there was a lot of people that we didn't get to see earlier in the year, so it was kind of neat to see everybody. But yeah,
there was double amount of people in the grandstands. Double the amount of people in the grandstands.
Like just on the grounds. Period.
Yeah,
like
on the grounds.
I mean, it's going on, right?
It's a large. There's a lot going on there.
Even the farmers' pool the night before was like, holy shit,
yeah.
This thing is packed out.
You can just tell the atmosphere, like the community draw of that event. Like there's even a lot going on. We were there with my nephew who's like 5 years old, and they got like the old antique tractors and stuff, but then they got guys with like the old lawnmowers, and you got a guy with like the barrels cut into wagons driving around. Like there's just stuff going on all over the grounds all day long for people. So I mean, if I lived in that community, even if I wasn't into tractor pulling, I'd be on the grounds for the things going on there for sure. So I can see the draw. So speaking of Goshen and being rained out and heading to Altamont, it was kind of a unique scenario where typically on a normal year, it would be Goshen, Evansville, Altamont. But because some fairs got switched up on this off year, we had Evansville one weekend on a Friday. And then the next weekend, Adam and I ran Goshen on a Thursday. We had Friday off, and then Altamont on Saturday. So like a traveling circus of horsepower, there was like, I don't know, a dozen rigs that wound up at CM Pulling Tires, Mr. Chad Mayhill in Reynolds, Indiana. And so everybody, of course, is unloading their stuff, doing their routine maintenance and all that. And everybody had plans to go to dinner on Friday night together. Why wouldn't you? Chad's like, I got about 4 vehicles lined up. We're just going to need 4 sober drivers. And there's a steakhouse about 30 minutes away. We can all get dinner. It should be a good time. We'll come back and watch Fort Recovery. I was like, well, really what we need to do, Chad, is find somebody to unhook their toter from a trailer. And then we only need 1 sober driver, and we can all pile into a toter with everyone and head to the steakhouse for supper. And I had one person in mind when I said that, and he came through. I got to give a shout out to Mr. Jeremy Smith. He unhooked his toter from the trailer and didn't tell everybody he was going to do it, but pulled that puppy up by Chad's shop, and he said, Uber's here. Everybody get in. So we loaded into Jeremy Smith's toter with about, 20 to 30 people, and we drove a half hour to head to the bar there. You can see Adam and I enjoying a refreshment with Jeremy there, and just the whole gang of people. We went to the restaurant and tavern. I don't exactly know the name of the place, but TC's perhaps, I think it is. And we were even lucky enough to find a parking spot. So when you give pullers a day off and you all gather together, it was quite an experience heading to the bar for dinner or to the steakhouse and legally, in my opinion, enjoying some adult beverages going down the road in a toter, piled in there, and it was like a clown car as everybody gets off. So you can imagine the looks that we got at the bar there unloading. It was a very efficient mode of transportation, and we only needed 1 sober driver.
Yeah, they keep coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was the total head count?
It looked like the Richardson bunch coming out of the toter home at like one of these big pulls you see.
It was over 20. I don't think it was quite 30, but it was probably around 25.
Are you calling us carnies, Adam? Adam, are you calling us carnies?
No, I just said you got a lot of people coming with you.
I think Adam just called me a carny. I can see the appeal of traveling with such a group.
Well, I think we are, dude.
We're all carnies.
I know. So those are actually the moments that people never know happen. But when you're between pulls like that, some of the best memories I have are between events and BSing and who knows what, like stopping at somebody's shop and doing things. So I don't want to you probably don't have to get into details, but those are a lot of memories made. And kudos for documenting that.
I can tell you this, a certain 2-wheel drive puller from Kentucky thought it was pretty fun to bring out some grape moonshine.
Ooh.
And I had maybe 5 or 6 drinks, maybe. And I woke up the next day and I knew it was still there. Tyler, on the other hand, he housed like 3/4 of a jar himself. How'd Saturday treat you, buddy?
Well, this puller in question, as Chase says, the good times are when you hang out with everyone. So Smitty, he was the one with the moonshine. And Smitty ended up saying when we were going to the bar, he said, "This is the most fun I've had pulling all summer, if we can call this pulling." And so, yeah, he busted out a couple of mason jars of moonshine, and the stuff tasted so good that drunk Tyler's logic at like midnight was, this stuff tastes so good, I don't think there's alcohol in it. I think Smitty basically had grape Kool-Aid and mason jars, and he's trying to look cool handing it out, being like, yeah, see how smooth this moonshine is. So drunk me wanted to prove a point, and I grabbed that jar and I drank. It was over half, was it not, Adam?
Oh, it was three-quarters of it. Yeah.
And I drank the whole thing, one shot down the hatch. And Smitty's eyes got about that big, and he's like, "I can't believe you just did that." I said, "Well, I'm going to prove a point, Smitty. I'm going to prove that there's no alcohol in that, because I'm going to be just fine." And yeah, I wasn't. Smitty was right. There was alcohol in that. I will say there was a small part of me that Saturday's pool got rained out. That I was kind of glad, because there is zero chance I was drinking a beer after the pool. I can promise you that. There's no way.
I woke up.
You
know, when you drink that shit, you wake up and you're kind of like, man, kind of hanging with you a little bit. I had 5 drinks. Like,
yeah,
I had 50.
As we've said many times, there's always 3 sides to all stories. So that's their side of their night. Whenever you're at the track competing and your friends are all gathered, it's funny the amount of messages and communication you get from them, and not that everyone's looking at their phone on the track, but this is a couple funny moments. So I got a couple screenshots whenever we had to run our light mod and we dropped the last, a couple of screenshots of, or snaps, whatever they are, people like commentating on it from that same place. And then the funniest thing about the night, though, I was the last hook, I guess the last track of the night, and my cousin CJ, who you are friends with, said, "Dude, when I was on the track, Adam and Tyler started calling me. Like I guess you were sitting there on like seeing on camera, and y'all started calling him like he's going to answer the phone. And like, if he'd have answered the phone, I could imagine the amount of Tyler and Adam wisdom was going to get dropped then. But we came back to the trailer and we called you all back. We just weren't on the same level when we talked.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was told that I
FaceTimed
with you that. I was told I FaceTimed with you that evening, Chase.
Yeah, it was great.
Well,
I mean, very memorable.
I called Chase, and my phone got snatched out of my hand, but it was all for the best.
Yeah.
Well, I think Adam was doing some commentary saying this fucker won't answer, and I answered like in the first ring. He's like, "Oh my god, he answered!" So I kind of caught that because it was delayed. It was a little lag, but like, yeah, I answered, bitch. It was all good. Those were fun nights.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well,
Speaking of Goshen and not so fun nights, we have a 2-guest show here, and it's time to bring on our first guest of the show. Mr. Jonathan Payne, I believe, is joining us this evening. Jonathan, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm alive and I'm well.
You're alive and you're well. Well, I got to say, that's a heck of a backdrop behind you. Where are you at?
Georgetown, Indiana. I'm 20 miles north of Freedom Hall is where I live.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. What is that? You got like that's quite the rustic farm looking fan on the ceiling there.
Oh, that's just one of those fans we had to have. Never use it, but it's there.
Well, it looks gorgeous. Yeah.
He got it for his podcast appearances, Tyler.
Yeah, I went and bought it yesterday.
It's a hell of a setup. Do you build homes for a living, Jonathan?
Yeah, I build houses, yeah.
Okay. Did you build that place yourself then?
Yeah, I built this in 2018.
Okay. Well, hell of a place. I like what you've done with it. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, while you build homes, Jonathan, I heard there was a rumor maybe you were going to get into building trailers for certain reasons. Do you want to give us a recap of Goshen for yourself, if you will, please?
I'm gonna build me a trailer now, but no, we left the fairground. I guess the whole thing is my daughter's first day of school was Thursday. She already skipped it, so I had to get her home Thursday night for school Friday morning, and then we were coming back to Altamont. So we come out of Goshen, come across 6, got on the interstate. Oh, I don't know. From the exit ramp where my truck fell out, I made it roughly 10 miles south.
I'm sorry, what was that detail?
So I mean, usually
Jonathan,
you know, when
I'm
something
really
happens.
sorry you're having to go through this right now. Like I did not want this to happen, but Tyler was adamant. So
I
go
don't
ahead.
give a shit. I mean, for what happened, it couldn't have been any better the way it worked out. But we got on the exit ramp there, and I wasn't looking. We always look in our mirrors, but I was getting on the highway, so I was looking ahead of me, and I guess the truck fell out as soon as I turned off of 6, trying to get on 31 South, right on the exit ramp, and I made it 10 miles down the road, and some guy pulled up beside me, and he started flagging me. I'm like, I blew a tire. He's like, your car fell out of your trailer. There's no car. So I immediately pulled over, and my wife jumped out. Beth ran all the way to the back of the trailer, and I opened the side door, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and there was nothing. So I immediately got into the truck with the guy, and we ran down there 10 miles, and I even took a tow strap because I didn't know where this thing was. And there was a cop sitting there, and it was just sitting right on the exit ramp. It had to fall out going like, there you go. It couldn't have been going 20 mile an hour because we had just made that turn onto the ramp. I know, I never heard a door. I never felt a bump. I never heard nothing.
What we're looking at here is your truck, your 2-wheel drive pulling truck, sitting on the road with the ramp, which is the back door of your trailer, laying on the road with it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a 2-year-old that's like, no, I'm not going.
No, it literally looks like the truck is like guarding the door.
I think the door
don't take this door.
Yeah, I think the door was the brake. So I don't know. It was kind of. By the time I got back down there, Chad was calling me, and Chad had done. I guess he was behind me. He pulled off the road. He's like, "Hey, man, your truck's back here." So by the time I got there, Chad was there to rescue everything, and
This is Chad Mayhill, the same guy that these guys were with at their house. So, what was his opening line to you? Hey, Jonathan, how's your day going? Or what do you say?
Well, I mean, he was kind of serious for once there. Chad's usually not serious, but I called him the next day to pick my truck up, and I'm trying to remember what he said. He said Mayhill Towing or something. It was pretty comical, but I mean, he really helped me out because I had no way to haul it home. I mean, I've got a stacker, and with my truck up top and no door on that trailer, it's very unstable. So, I had to lower one truck down, fit a ramp in there somehow, and he took my other truck home, thank God. And we come back the next day and got it, but I don't know. When a truck falls out of the trailer, you think it's destroyed.
Did they give you a ticket or anything?
Take the door.
No ticket, no nothing. And the guy that hauled me back, he said, these cops around here are dicks. I don't know why this guy's being so nice, but that was the friendliest cop I've ever met. So maybe because I wasn't, maybe it wasn't my fault. Why I don't know.
So were you able to put the door back into the trailer or what?
Yeah, we had there was about 6 of us there. That door's probably 500-600 pounds, and we turned it 90 degrees, and it slid in there. And I left my stacker up. I left it like a foot up on its first set of locks, and we slid the door under it, and we actually hooked a winch to the door for the way home. And I put 2 straps across the back of the trailer for 2 X braces, and away we went. So it was it's not something I wouldn't want to have been behind the trailer for the 10 miles. It had no door on it because it had to been an ugly sight. But
well,
like I said,
it's not funny, but
no
one got hurt.
Yeah, now we can laugh about it. Nobody got hurt. I mean, I could somebody could have got killed or wrecked a car or anything over this. So. But sure enough, the D-ring on the front weight box, I mean, it's just sheared clean off. And, I've been pulling since 99, and, you strap your truck down, you think you're good, but you just never know. And I guess I hit that door 2 or 3 times and finally said, I want out. So I'm just glad it done it there instead of, 70 mile an hour would have been a different approach there. So,
yeah.
You would have made ABC for that.
Oh, we come out good for what happened. So, I had somebody watching over me there.
I saw the truck at Chad's, and I must say the fact that here we go, we got the Road Rash edition there.
We thought about changing the name, but we just left it alone.
I'd consider it. I mean, the fact that we have to look at little zoomed in photos of fiberglass imperfections and dings on the headers, and that's the damage that we have to show. I mean, not to act like the damage was, irrelevant. Obviously there was some, but the fact that it just kind of stayed on all fours, I feel like that's about as good as it can go, losing a vehicle going down the freeway.
Yeah, I got very lucky. So we come home and worked on it a little bit Friday, and we headed out there at Altamont. It just got rained out. So I don't. It was a. I don't. I can't expect to come out any better than what I did with the truck falling out of a trailer. So I'm
That's
happy, but
fantastic.
not happy. So
Your attitude. I really respect your attitude to the situation. Number one, no one got hurt. The truck's still capable truck. It just has some bruises and scars on it, but
yeah.
kudos to your attitude to laugh it off, because
Shit.
sometimes we all take ourselves a little too serious. So
Yeah, there's no sense getting disappointed over it. I mean, I can't. You can't stop it. It happened. It is what it is. So
did you
We'll fix it. Go
submit a guy like you obviously have insurance? Did you send your insurance adjuster a picture of the back door?
Well, I haven't really done nothing yet. I'm trying to figure out if I can even fix it. But the problem is that trailer company takes so long to get parts for it. I'm not even going to try to fix it right now. I hate doing it, but I have an open trailer. We're going to tough it out at Hillsboro on an open trailer. And if I go anywhere else this summer, it's just going to be on an open trailer. And I'm like anybody else, too much work to do right now to be fixing the trailer. We take so much time off to go pulling, then you get behind. There's just not time to do this stuff. So we'll fix it this fall, this winter sometime. But no,
That's respectable.
we had insurance on everything. We didn't just roll with it. So
Well, I just not that we want anybody insurance watching that show, but like, what do you say? I had a little fender bender. It was my truck fell out the trailer. So
it's not good, but I mean, shit happens every day. It seems to find us. So, but
for
So
sure.
in
Well,
life,
Well, like we were saying earlier, you're not the only one that this has ever happened to.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I mean, I think my brother-in-law about lost his door one time. Truck was came loose in the trailer.
I've heard several people tell me, they've had a lot of trucks going on the road wanting out. They just never come out. So, you get you a good semi trailer. I don't believe it would come through the doors, but just different trailers. But,
yeah, I would agree.
You're talking. I've had a Gator and a two-wheel drive out of a trailer we own, so we're just taking our turns on vehicles.
I mean, anything can happen. So I told somebody the other day, I'm not going to be surprised at anything anymore. So whatever happens, it's going. That's what Jared told me. This is your story. It's going to stick with you. So
Yeah,
it's going to take a lot to top that one off. I think the
I'm really
police
sorry.
officer.
I'm sorry.
I said the police
I'm really
officer said
sorry.
they lost a sailboat about 10 miles down the road, and that's about as closest thing to come to that. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. So life goes on though.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, for sure. So I like to learn in life from other people's mistakes so that I can try to not have that happen to me. Knowing what happened there, what will you be doing differently going forward, and what should other
Well,
people do to avoid this?
It's hard to say. I always put more chains on the rear because everything's always getting stopped and wanting to come forward. You don't think of shit wanting to go out the back door. It wants to go forward. So I don't know. We're just going to check everything over real good, and I'm going to buy me a new set of chains and put some new D rings on the truck, and we're going to strap her down a little different, even though this is the way we've done it for years, and it's always worked. But everything fails at some time. It's just a matter of when.
That's a fact. I hate chairlifts for that reason. I always tell people I don't want to ride chairlifts up a hill because I've seen too many things that have failed that on paper never should have. But eventually you get that 1 in a million failure. And
I agree.
And I just don't want to be part of that. So give us a quick breakdown of how you got into pulling, Jonathan.
Oh, I think I started pulling in 98 or 99. Just a little kid going to local pulls, and decided I wanted to do it one year, and I've never got my ass kicked so much the first couple of years of pulling. But that's that's what makes or breaks you, one of the two. And I guess you can say it kind of made me. I've been, I don't know, almost 30 years of it. So you got to have some kind of craziness and willpower if you want to pull for 30 years. So
That is true.
I guess it's in the blood. You're born with it. I don't know. It's a disease that won't leave.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? You started in the 4-wheel drives, correct?
Yeah, 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I've
All
been
right,
a 4-wheel drive guy forever.
Anytime we get somebody that has multiple class experience, we got to ask the contrast in between the two.
I don't know. Deep down, I'm a 4-wheel drive guy, but that's a naturally aspirated truck. Now you're talking blowers, lots of power. It's always better, more power, and you get a 2-wheel drive, get you a wheelie, and open it up 35 mile an hour. It's hard to beat it. One of those rides. So I would say 2-wheel drive is a lot funner class, but it's just different atmosphere, different level. It's competition. It's crazy. I mean, to get on this kind of level and pull, it's crazy competition. All it does is make you better. So
Sure.
we're sticking there, trying all we can.
And a lot of people say, even though, you see 4-wheel drive trucks and most of them being naturally aspirated, which I assume yours was as well, despite it being naturally aspirated, those motors are actually a fair amount more expensive for kind of the same caliber engine, are they not?
Yeah, I mean, what I run is a 485 Pro Stock engine, and it's naturally aspirated. So these are they're about 1150 to 1200, but you got to turn these things 10.5 and you kill them on the big end. So it's really hard it's really more expensive to build one of those and maintain it than it is the 2-wheel drive engine. But you're just constantly breaking valve train and dropping valves. It's just very hard on stuff, but we just pushed it to the limits, and that's where the class has gotten.
Okay. We got a local 4-wheel drive guy here, Dave Boss. He used to run some Grand National stuff, and he's constantly told me that the 4-wheel drive class, they make so much power. As light as the class is, it really needs more weight to put on a better show because everybody has so much power they can't even use it. Would you agree with that?
Yes and no. We're getting to the point. See, my little class will run a 31-inch tire to where the mods, they run a 34. So it's getting to where our 31-inch tires, it's getting hard to even hook those tires and keep them to you've got to be able to drive your truck or you're going to be behind really quick. So I understand where he's coming from. The class is just pushed to a new level, and it's hard to get him to hook anymore. So he makes perfect sense what he's saying.
Sure. Have you ever considered a blown 4-wheel drive?
Yeah, but right now my hands are too full, so it's just not going to happen. But I don't know. I kind of like the minis. I never was a big mini fan, but I'm around these minis so much. It's
there we go.
The competition might be stouter over there. I don't know.
No, I think you got to join the mini rod class.
Really? Shoot.
I think you'd be perfect for that. What do you weigh?
About 205 right now, 200.
Oh,
a little too much probably.
No, I'm at like 210, 215 right now. So.
I got a little girl who weighs about 105 pounds. So just
oh shit.
I got to get her brave enough though. I got to become brave enough to let her in the seat. So
do you think if you got one, she'd drive it?
Oh, eventually she's wanting one, but it doesn't help that Tanner's trying to motivate her too. So that's another problem I'm dealing with.
Well, can you imagine how sour Tanner would be if she beat Tanner in the mini rod class? Oh,
Tanner wouldn't be sour. What do you mean? No way.
Oh, I think he might retire for good at that point. He'd hang it up before he's 20.
I see there's a couple of chassis for sale, so there's always options, and one of them is purple.
Oh man, I don't need to know nothing about those right now. So I'm having a hard time with what I got.
What do you mean, Adam? One of them's purple?
I don't think they'll take the trailer door down if you get one.
Yeah.
No, I could I can probably fit 3 or 4 of them in that trailer.
Yeah, I don't even think you need to tie them down. They don't have enough weight to push a trailer door off.
Just let it go. Let it go in there.
Yeah, I can use my little ratchet straps.
Yeah.
The cheap ones you see at the gas station, those work just fine.
Yeah. Oh, 500 pounds will work.
No, I mean, you guys joke. When we came back from Benson, my tractor is the one that always goes on the lift, and we've got these tire straps that actually go around the back tires in kind of a web form. And for whatever reason, both of those straps had made their way around the outsides of the tires and were laying loose. The only thing holding my tractor on the lift is a little crappy 1-inch Harbor Freight ratchet strap that I X through my frame and go to the 2 D-rings, and I just put a little bit of tension on it because I had it once where my front end bounced outside of the tracks, and it was kind of hard to unload, and I had to use a floor jack, and I don't want that to happen again. That was the only thing holding my tractor in place, and that was this year. Just a little 1-inch strap.
We use chalk blocks.
Yeah.
So if the straps fail, you're going to get the pads of chalk blocks.
It's a good idea. That I'm gonna have to give you some of those.
I might have to incorporate that as well.
You might have to come up with a new system.
All right. Well, I think you need to get a mini rod. Nobody's ever lost one of those out of the trailer. It's a given.
Yeah. Wait till I get one. We'll see what happens.
Oh, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
You'd be like Lustics and just strap it to the back door so it can't come off.
Yes.
Is that what they do?
They used to, like on their trailer, they used to take their golf cart, they'd pull it on the door and then strap the golf cart to the door. they'd shut the gas off and they'd just pick it up on the door.
Really?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
oh yeah.
The fact that they can get away with that. Yeah.
Oh, I had a 53-foot trailer with one tractor, and I guess they needed some more room.
That makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Well, Jonathan, I got to say, thanks for giving us some time this evening. Thanks for being an awesome sport about it. I walked up to poor Jonathan at Altamont fresh after this incident, and I said, hey, I hate to be that guy, but we're going to have to talk to you next Wednesday. And Jonathan just laughed.
Hey, Jonathan, what are you doing Wednesday night? I got an idea for you.
Yeah,
I knew what it was.
He just laughed and he said, "Oh, I don't care." So there's a lot of people that wouldn't be that good at sports about it. So much appreciated.
It is what it is. I guess I'll.
Where will you be next? Hillsboro?
I'll be up here at Hillsboro.
All right, because Jonathan now has the weekend off this coming weekend, and we're about to dive right into that head first. But we don't want to involve Jonathan with any of that controversy. So, gentlemen, if you don't have anything else, is this where we say goodbye?
Jonathan, good. Thanks for joining us, brother. I'm right down the road if you ever need something, man.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it.
But don't ask me how I strap shit down because I've had shit fall out of trailer too.
All right. Well, that's always a good story. We often ask people the good travel stories going to and from an event. So when that unfolded, I figured that was just that was a must cover story in the sport of pulling.
Kudos to you for having the balls to walk up to a man who just lost his truck out the trailer and said, "Hey, I need you on a podcast next Wednesday." Have you ever talked to Jonathan Payne in your life before then?
Yes, I have. At Dragway 42,
right.
I feel like was my Dragway 42. I think that was my kind of first time really just kind of hanging out and having a couple beers with him and shooting the bull, as they say. So
you at least told him hello before. You at least said hello before, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Had I not known him, I don't think I would have had the courage to do that. But really cool guy for sure. Awesome family to have in the sport like they all are. So,
yeah, cool. Yeah, shout out to him.
Well, on that note, I feel like we've got an obvious story here to cover. Who wants to intro this one? Anyone?
Oh, go ahead. We're getting close to me have to make decisions where I need to turn here, so carry on.
Okay, so Adam's a bit preoccupied.
Adam might end up in an Ohio State poll by the time this podcast is over.
Oh, you never know, boys.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
You know what? On the topic of Ohio State polls, Jeremy Smith texted me earlier today, and for people that are heading to Rockwell, that's good. But if you can't make the trip to Rockwell, Jeremy Smith, shout out to him. Open invite to do some polling in Ohio this weekend. If anybody's got time, OSTPA has 2 events, one at Jeremy Smith's hometown in Medina on Saturday, and then Croton on Sunday, northeast of Columbus. So both 2-track shows. They'd love to have anybody there. So he took us out in his toter for dinner, so he gets a free shout out for the poll he's putting on there. But
I think it's pronounced it's Medina, not Medina, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Yeah,
if you're gonna promote something, you got to at least announce it, right? You're gonna sign Jason Schultz.
I apologize, Chase. I'm not taking anything from anyone.
Actually, I don't know if it's Medina or Medina. I thought always heard of Medina.
I would bet you're right. I just it just occurred to me that he texted me earlier, and now I kind of feel like a jerk because he texted me at work and I haven't texted him back yet. But Jeremy, there's your free shout out for letting us use the toter to go get dinner. But the reason that Jeremy is going to be at those polls and not at how do you pronounce it, Chase? I don't want to mispronounce it. Wherever Medina. Adam and I are supposed to be. No,
Hebron.
Oh, see, you don't know.
Hebron or Milan?
Yes. It was supposed to be another hook for our high stakes series. And if anybody, there we go. Chase is correct as per usual. If anybody has been living under a rock lately, it's time for you to know that the IHRA is having a bit of financial trouble. And there was actually a story posted yesterday. Mr. Daryl Cuttle did an interview with the news, and allegedly, the owner of IHRA allegedly is owed $100 million, a couple $100 million, who knows? And so that's where a lot of the financial hardship is coming from. And so the high stakes pull is canceled this coming weekend. And there's been a lot of, I don't know, Chase, help me out here. I feel like I'm the only one talking. There's a lot of drama around it, right? There has to
Well, I
be.
don't know if it's drama. It's just a lot of lack of information, I guess, if you're not a competitor. So,
There you go.
when I say that, the best way to shut a rumor up is just to communicate. And I'm a fan when it comes to that. I'm a fan of you all, a fan of a lot of friends in that. But I think the lack of information makes things worse sometimes. I don't think that's a IHRA or pulling thing. That's a life thing. And sometimes things get legs of their own, and a lot of not true stuff gets said. And yeah, I just think you're probably just looking at a situation where there's just not a lot of information about it. Probably that'll probably
Yeah.
be my way of saying it.
Yeah, that's fair. Transparency is always best. And of course, that leads to the question of everybody, well, are all the high stakes pulls canceled? And I would say probably. That seems to be the trend if I was a guessing man. It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
I want to say too, like, can y'all hear me? My headset. This is freaking. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, like, we're not going to lead this show with this is not positive. This is not good news. And we go on a lot of tangents about a lot of things in this show, but like I think generally anyone, no matter what your feelings are of us, would agree that we care about the sport and making the sport better and growing the sport. And like this is not something that is good. It's ugly, it's shitty, it's not good for anybody. And so that, like, clearly people want us to talk about this. We're talking about it, but this is not like a celebration for anyone. I've said this in this podcast. Anyone that would want anyone to fail at something in this sport, I think you're extremely effed up. Just to be blunt, I don't care. Like, there's the way I view it, and I think this is the way most motorsports are. Just from my understanding, someone call me out if I'm wrong, but you have the competition side of a sport, and then I think from anywhere from NASCAR, NHRA, wherever, where competitors and rules and decisions are made on the competition side that I think are easy to poke holes in, and people are never happy. I think that's just part of competition sport. But there's a business side of this world too, and the business side that makes things go, or is fans and sponsors and people that help keep it alive. And obviously, I don't know this Daryl guy or anyone involved, but I don't think anyone ever said, let's see how we can screw this up or screw these pullers over. So, like, if they did, I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure that didn't happen, and things happen in life. And unfortunately, this is a situation that I think nobody's proud of or happy of. And anyone that's celebrating, I think you're in the wrong. And this is going to leave a scar. I mean, it just is from a business standpoint. If I could say one thing from all this, obviously I've had my tangents on the competition side of having fun if nobody called me back or something. But like in the grand scheme of things, like if anything come of this, like pulling needs to be a unified front. And like we're not big enough or relevant enough to kick people while we're down. So if anything that comes of all this, I'm sure that whoever the decision makers or people are involved are have a plan to rebound from this, but we all just need to be pulling the same rope and unified, because we all know how great this shit is. And that's my hot take on it. If you want to call my hot take anything, this is not good, but let's make lemons out of lemonade and let's be together. That's my thing. That's what I gotta say.
Very, very, very well said. I can't tell if Adam's holding up a finger because he wants to say something, or
Adam just gave me the bird.
No, he didn't.
I'm in St. Louis in traffic. We are.
That was somebody else that got the bird.
We are in the thick of me and Rodney. I had it on mute. We're communicating because there's some closed roads here, and we're trying to this isn't exactly the rig that you want to get lost in. You know, you're
Yeah.
about 97 feet long,
Oh.
and you don't want to make any wrong turns. While I'm on the phone on a podcast driving through St. Louis at 7:53 at night. It's nice.
On the way to go test tires. You're going to test
Yeah,
tires.
on the way on the way to go
Yeah.
run some new tires.
Yeah, but like I do think it's honestly like so. A lot of fans have messaged me this week, and I like fans always message, but you competitors were notified that this is canceled, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
are going there.
Yeah, at the last drivers meeting, they were pretty candid about it. You know, there's been no talk from anybody outside of the powers that be. Like it's just John and Christy saying, "Hey, from what we understand, this is what's going on. It's canceled." They have not canceled the second one. There's no oh shit, no canceled the second one. Holy, but we kind of can see the writing on the wall, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think, like you said, you got to be hiding under a rock to not understand what's going on. But
Right.
yeah, super unfortunate. We were having a good time. I think at all, and this is just me speaking. I think there is room in the sport for a high stakes series, and it can be done. This was not at fault for what I would say the Pro Pulling League and the people in charge. It was more or less the issues of another person, and just happened to be collateral damage at this point. But I think there is high hopes, and I think there's an understanding of people that know how finances and stuff work, that the high stakes series isn't the thing didn't go flat because it's not going to work. I think it can work. I really do. I think there can be high stakes events and have a pay structure kind of like it was and be sustainable. My personal opinion.
Yeah,
But,
I would
Adam,
like to see that.
This easily opens the door to another question I'm going to ask. You know,
Yeah.
Are do you all know if you're going to get refund or get your money back? And I mean this because you two absolutely dominated everyone and made a lot of money, but you were in the minority. And like the first thing
Yeah.
everyone says, and I give credit to RJ. RJ was not tied to this. RJ brought this concept to the sport, and his event was a great event last year. But the first thing everyone says is like, "Am I going to get my money back?" Like, are you all going to get your money back, or do you know that if these events are
we don't.
canceled?
I don't know how that all works. You know, if they're going to split up the remaining events and how that will be held. There was a points fund that was supposed to be. Trust me, I'm curious, and I'm sure Tyler is too, because I'm first, second, and Tyler's third in the points. It would be good to know.
Mind you, I'm not just third in the points. Mark me down for an interruption. But Adam is first and second, or tied for first, you should say.
Yeah, tied for first.
I'm supposed to
third
win
in
this weekend
points.
because you're not here.
2 points back. 2 points.
I'm 2 points back, which is one damn finish. I'm 2 points
Right.
back. So I'm one
Yeah,
point behind Adam, and I'm in third. So son of a bitch, did I want there to be another high stakes event? And I
Oh, me
will
too.
say,
Me too.
I loved it.
Me-
I'd love nothing more than to see something like this happen again. And if it gets thrown out there, we're gonna hop on the train again, and we're gonna ride it until it quits moving. When it quits moving, we'll get off. There's a lot of great things in life that don't last forever, but they're damn fun in the heat of the moment. And I feel like tractor pulling is a good euphemism of that. You look at all the prep work and all the work before and after, but that short time when you're on it for the ride, that makes all the other shit worth it. And so,
Yeah.
No,
Be honest with
disagree
you.
with
The
you
reason,
all.
the reason why I'm going pulling this weekend is because next weekend means a lot to me, and I want to make sure that you don't sit around and overthink. I want to stay out on the path, go pulling. I didn't build these things to sit at home and look at them. I would like to go run. If that means going to Rockwell to run, or hey, there was a good opportunity. I was going to go to Ohio State pulls. Fact of the matter is, some of my help had to be back on Saturday, so we're making our way to the north. And I haven't got to see a lot of these guys the whole year. Not every class was at the Busch Light Nationals. The only other NTPA pull I've gone to. if there's, I know I've made my comments about friends and what I think about them, but there are good friends out there, people I want to see.
Are you talking about me?
I don't know, Chase. Like I said before, if you got to think if I'm talking about you, maybe I am. So
I just wanted you to kiss my ass for a minute.
Nobody's ass. I'm going to go track pulling, and then
you're going to test tires. You're going to test tires. You're not going to pull. Don't forget.
That's exactly right. I got to know what I know. I got to know what I got to run. The reason I've been running pretty good is because I've been dragging along some old skins of tires that I know. But eventually, you got to, take the training wheels off, as they say, and try some new tires out, and it's you're starting the journey over again. And I'm starting the journey over again. I hope it, catches right back up, but you never know. It's kind of an unknown. So I got a big pull next week, and that may be the last few runs that those tires get to see, because they're getting pretty. Chad Mayhill's built a damn good tire. I'll tell you this, because some of these things are, that one set of tires is from 2022. I didn't run them in 22, but they were, I ran them in 23, 24, and 25, and part of this year. So that would have never happened years ago with the mini rod tires. So I've been holding on to these suckers.
It used to be once you'd get down to cords, the dirt would kind of separate the rubber from the cord, and you'd have these big flaps and strings, and it was like the tire would peel like a banana. That really doesn't happen anymore. Whatever Chad has changed, the rubber is adhered to the cord so much better. A lot of people have said it's narrower strips of rubber instead of like a casing. How the tire's manufactured, who the hell knows? Maybe that's all nonsense, but the tire's durability is so much better. Anybody that said, the worst thing about the mini rod class is you just destroy sets of tires, it's not near as bad as it used to be 10 years ago, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I got some tires that they got cords all over them, and I'm going to have to cut these things loose like any time. I can't keep going back to them. But, that's part of it. When you get a good setup and works, you kind of stay with it, and then all things change.
Lucky for me,
too often.
The 3 wins that I got this year, each one of them was on a different set of tires.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
which is out of character, because usually I just keep the same tires.
Because you're on this podcast, you could put slicks on it. You would have won because of this podcast. We see the aroma when it does fit to people. I just hope it happens to me now.
I always say better to be lucky than good, because I feel like I don't have a damn clue what's going on.
So
I ran that. Go ahead.
One last question, and is there any? Did they give you all any reasoning why this has not been made public? The announcement's been made public about this being canceled, or if you don't know, you don't know. I just said that I'll ask those questions and I'm done. I'm not asking no more.
I truly don't know. I mean, it's kind of been one of those things. I've just been living vicariously through what I hear. I don't want to be one of the people that's ringing the phone off the hook going, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We're going to figure it out. We'll find out what the real issue is. I just don't want to. I'm sure everybody and their brother's calling them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
It goes back to the competition versus business side. I understand competition, but on a business side, it's just not a good look. I'll just be blunt. It is not a good look.
Oh, of course it's not. And like from the fan standpoint, any fans, that had X'd off those dates in their calendars planning to go to that event, it needs to be made public sooner that event isn't happening. For people that schedule, whether it's pullers, whether it's fans, open communication is free, right? That doesn't cost anything.
We love it because people come to this podcast looking for answers, but we shouldn't be the ones that are disclosing it. You all shouldn't be the ones disclosing this. I'm just being blunt, but
yeah, I will say, I'm sure Adam's gotten messages too from people. Hey, what's going on? Are we going to get our entry fee money back? Things like that. And it's like,
yeah,
we don't really know either. We don't.
And like, just so you fans know too, like, because it's back to what I said this podcast, why we did this going on almost 3 years ago. We're not going to not cover something, but there has to be, this is a delicate situation because this is, like I said, it's impacting the sport. So I don't think we should just go out here and start talking shit about stuff we don't know, like, just to be blunt, and you all and myself more than anything.
I will
Right.
say, if they give it a go again next year, I'll be first in line.
I mean, too.
You, th-
And some people,
you think I'll get my calls answered next year if I want to do it?
You better
I
show
think
up to
so.
some champions tours. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
that's
That's
right.
still, I mean, and for pullers wanting to know, I mean, the organization, you run with them, I think you'll get a phone call, right? I think that's if you run good.
Whoa. Hang on a second. Do we need to bring this back up again? This ain't the time. This ain't the time. Let's
Chase.
just leave it alone. Whoa, hang
Well,
on a second, though. Hang on. I won a Champions Tour pool last year.
Yeah, okay. Well, for the fans that aren't listening and that do know, if you talk a lot of shit behind the scenes, people hear it, maybe you won't get a phone call.
Talking shit behind the scenes. So what kind of shit am I talking now? Are you going to educate me?
Come on, Chase.
Well, no. We're out here in the open.
Don't
No,
play
hang
the
on.
fucking
Whoa, you gotta,
oxymoron, dude.
no, throw it in the floor. If you think I'm talking shit about somebody, there ain't no sense in talking in code. Let's
All
just
right,
say it right
dude.
now.
For
Don't wreck.
the
Don't wreck.
100th
Hands on the
fucking
wheel.
time.
Hands on the
Listen.
wheel. Hands on the wheel.
For the
Hands on wheel.
100th fucking time. This goes back between organizations. When I said I got pissed about shit between organizations, we've had
So what did I do?
conversations. There's people.
What did I do? I'm asking. What have I done to anybody?
Well, apparently, must have said something to somebody, or else there probably would be conversations.
So if I said something and I've said on this podcast, I am sorry. Can we talk about it? Like, I don't know what I've said, and I would love to have it sit down. Can you arrange a meeting? Because I want you to be there for it.
It's not my fucking job.
But if you're gonna throw me and say I'm talking stuff behind the scenes, then
could you arrange a meeting and maybe ask why I wasn't invited to Chapel Hill?
yeah, if you want me to, I don't care. Yeah, let's do that.
Live
Hey.
on the show.
Who do you want the meeting
Yeah.
with?
I've already had the meeting with the guy. The guy.
So we don't need a schedule then.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well-
I'll do whatever if you want me to.
Just saying. Let's not play fucking dumb here. Obviously, some things have been said back and forth. It ain't my business. I didn't hear it. I didn't say, "Oh, Chase Richards." I don't do that shit. But apparently, there's been something. Whether you said it or not, I don't fucking know.
I'm asking you to educate me because I don't know.
All right. Well, I feel like we're
I'm-
kind of going in circles here now, right? Or-
Well, no, I mean,
Yes.
this is open. This is open conversation now.
Well,
I-
it's
I- I-
interruption
I do a lot of-
conversation.
Well, I do a lot of dumb shit. I'm not perfect, but if I did something wrong to somebody, I want to make sure I got it right because I don't know.
Well, just saying, Chase. I don't know. I'm not saying that you did. I'm just saying there have been rumors of certain people. And when you associate with certain people, you become collateral damage. You may have not said anything, but from the outside looking in, when you associate yourself with people, if there happens to be phone calls to certain promoters or pullers or whatever, and ill words are switched between people, like I said, not saying that you did this, but it's guilt by association. So
Yeah, what do you think this podcast does to me?
there does need to be a conversation, but it
Oh,
ain't
I'd love
my
to.
fucking business. It's not my business.
But whenever
And
I
I should,
ask how to get on the
and,
stakes.
and I'm not there to arrange it. I'm not there to arrange it. I'm a
All
puller.
right.
I'm in no level. I'm a
Yep.
puller only. I'm no owner. I
Andrew-
don't own anything in PPL. I don't own any stocks in NTPA. I'm just
Andrew
a guy
Thomas
that
here
wants to go
giving
pulling.
Andrew Thomas giving you guys both a bit of a positivity check, saying, "Come on, guys, let's get back to positive talk." There. So as always, we appreciate some good
I'm
banter.
just glad Adam's
good back and
hands are
forth.
back on the steering wheel. I love you like a brother, Adam. I'll talk to you more about this in person then, because apparently you know something I don't.
Hey,
All right.
I'll come to full. I don't want to come up here and be. I want to go fully. I don't want to come up here and have conversations about shit that I don't care about. I want to go
I
fully.
understand.
Period.
Well, we do
All
stick
right.
ourselves in this podcast, though, Adam. We put ourselves out there, so this is all
I know.
par for the course. It's all
All
par
right,
for the
I think I
boys,
course.
missed 3 fucking
keep-
turns here.
My phone's blowing up.
Keep
I'm
your
getting
hands
all
on the
sorts
wheel.
of texts
Keep your
here.
hands on the wheel.
We're going to pivot, as they say. And I believe we've got some fan questions to get into. I'm sure there was a couple about the past topic that we're not going to get into because I feel like we've already covered it, unless there's one where we haven't covered it.
Oh, there's usually some real good ones in there. We'll just cover
Yeah,
them all.
I'm sure there's some juicy ones. Listen, guys, we got a guy in the background that is a cartoon character of a gentleman, and by God, we need to get him on here. So as good as it is, listen, you guys bicker. We need to get to our boy, which means we
This
got
is not bicker. This is the No Practice Podcast.
That was some
Practice Podcast.
I like some good banter. That wasn't bad. You guys did great there. All right, fan questions backstage. Let's get into this here. As always, you can call or text into the fan hotline at 270-681-0509. Chase, it was good to see you in Chapel Hill. Congratulations on UD's finishes. I noticed in the unlimited class you had your dad pull forward and line up straighter with the sled. Does it make that much of a difference? If so, is that why he won? Again, congratulations, Uncle Dave, on your first Chapel Hill chair. Loyal listener, Richard F. I must say, the moment he's talking about Chase, I witnessed the double person guided backup. There's a screenshot that I had of the live stream, and somebody was in front of your dad guiding him, and about 20 feet behind him, you were also guiding him for the double assist. Break down this question for us in that moment, Chase.
I think Adam hit on the head that it's a circus whenever we roll in town with all the people coming out. It just takes double the fun to get back to the sled.
Hey, speaking of this, before I forget, there was somebody that backed into the sled, and that's all I'll leave it at. You can bring it up later.
He won by 5 feet because I slid him back 4 feet. It's so damn hard. So great question. I think everyone wants to back up to the sled straight, but I will say this from just being around different vehicles, fortunately. The Unlimited is not like a mini or a light mod or even a two-wheel drive where the driver can correct it, as much. I think a lot of the Unlimited is the driver's along for a ride. So a really quick way to put them in a bad spot is to have them backed up, not straight. And on that track, particularly Chapel Hill, we did not think you needed to finish on the right-hand side. So it's very critical because he was backed up, kind of pointing, his tractor was straight, but it was not straight with the sled. So meaning like the chain was kind of at an angle. So whenever you tighten the chain, but whenever you take off, you can watch this sometimes, especially in mini rods, you see it, the ass in the tractor will just kind of like shift over. And just that little bit would have shifted him over. Not saying it wouldn't have went down the track, but he'd probably have been pointing to the wrong direction. So had it been a light mod or a mini or something else, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But from my experience, our experience, Unlimiteds are very, very critical because you don't drive them, you ride them is what I always say. So great question, Richard from Chapel Hill.
And on the contrary, we saw a video of Pysigs not that long ago, backed their mini in, I'm going to say all of a foot out of center. And when they came with the throttle, the ass end of the tractor sashayed side to side to get back centered up. And then they ended up winning. So you never know what might work.
Yep.
How about the fact Mark is going to beat both your asses this weekend? Tim Pysig, former guest, checking in here. Mark getting back in the
positivity check. Check.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're all looking forward to that. I'll be watching live myself for sure. Great question, Richard. Let's roll into the next question here. Let's see what else we got. Hey guys, love the show. When are we going to get a Farmer Bruce and or Uncle Dave official interview on how the pulling team started? Can't wait to see you guys at BG. Jim W. I would say Bruce would be. I mean, Bruce has co-hosted a show with me before, and he's came on and talked about his throttle sticking. So perhaps this winter we can get Bruce on here again for an update on how the pulling season went and things like that. So he's a willing participant that would come on anytime. I don't believe we've ever had a Uncle Dave feature, have we, Chase?
Yeah, that's about as on.
It is. Okay.
No, we can get him on one day, I'm sure.
Okay.
Dad's been pulling since he's been pulling, I guess, probably 52 years now. So it's a long time to be pulling, and we take a lot of pride being from Kentucky, and truck pulling is really big in Kentucky, and that's where he got to start. I'm sure we can get him on here one of these days to talk a little bit about it.
All right, so mark that down for a wintertime show when things cool off a little bit. We're gonna have to get a Bruce and Dave session on there. Thanks for the question there, Jim. Great question. What else we got here? Sitting here watching Macon Hook, they said Doug Theobald is running heavy mod class. Is this considered the unlimited class? Adam, take this one.
Well, they only had the mods at Macon, from my understanding, correct?
Chase, can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
Okay,
It was
so
on
the
the
mods were
7,500
not
mod
at
price.
Macon. Yeah, so basically we've got the light mod class, which is your 2-engine class, and then you've got your modified class, which is 7,500 pounds, and then you've got your 8,000 pound unlimited. And it's a little harder to decipher those classes. The light one's easy, but the mod and unlimited now, especially that they've allowed screw blowers into the modified class, which was new for this season. I think trying to get the numbers up in the mod class, knowing that some of those guys like Theobalds from the unlimiteds would kind of step down and support that. It's a little bit trickier to decipher, but it's interesting nonetheless, given the weight difference. So no unlimiteds at Macon there. Next question. Do Adam's tractors have a dedicated set of tires, or do you move them from one tractor to another? That's a great question, Adam.
I'll tell you what I do. I got anybody that's come to a pull this year has seen that I carry about 10 sets of tires with me. And basically what we do is we'll go up and judge the track and then decide which tire needs to go on what. There's a lot of things that factor into that. Obviously, track conditions will factor in, which tires get selected, but also hook positions for how the tracks are going to, obviously like an Evansville track or a Goshen track, maybe you increase the lug size as you go back in the order because, the track's going to maybe dry out. Or as long as I know what tires I have, I don't have a problem putting them on any tractor.
Okay.
So I do move them around, but I also do kind of record which ones stay. Like the red one, we at Vinson, we won both days there with the red tractor. Obviously, we marked that, that was the sets of tires that went on those. We actually moved those tires to the black tractor because of the lug height and where it hooked at Goshen, and that tractor actually finished a little bit better. So I think we're making the right decisions. It's a tire game. I don't have a problem switching tires around from tractor to tractor. But obviously you try to stick with what's working on a certain tractor.
Very
Adam,
fair.
if you had to say for fans, and for me, I guess, what did you change mostly on your tires? Is it like the make of the tire, or just the lug heights? Or
yeah, it's obviously as and there's a couple of times this year I've had to run the brand. So I always try to start out the year and I have some new tires. And usually we try to run them early in the year just to get runs on them, to get the rubber off of them. Because in my mind, Chad's new tire is too aggressive for my tractors. So I have to tame them down a little bit. But you just don't want to go hacking on a brand new set of tires. So we try to run them. So there's a lot of different factors. Lug height is one of them. Age, the older the tire, the softer the sidewalls. Also, I can't get as rough of a finish on the tires as Chad can when he belt sands them. I don't have that coarse of a grit. So I try to leave some rougher, some are medium, and some are slicker. Shorter lugs, medium lugs, taller lugs is kind of the idea.
Sure.
And then,
Adam, go ahead.
And then every now and then, I still try to sneak a couple. I do have the holy grail of Pioneers that I try to sneak in every now and then.
Yeah, of course.
Do either of you ever mess with the width of the lug much, or do you just lug heights, or you kind of stick with the width?
I'm full width all the time.
Yeah, same here.
So you don't like go wider or narrow, you just kind of leave it where it is?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If the rule's 17 inches wide, that's what I want all my tires to be. Now, is that always the right decision? Absolutely not. But I'd like to start out with a full canvas, and then instead of taking it away. If I decide that the tires are too aggressive, I'll take them away.
Yeah.
I think fans will be blown away of how tedious mini rods are. Like a half a wider lug, half an inch wider lug, how much it changes things. It's pretty wild.
Even what 50 thousandths of lug height does for a set of mini rod tires, or even like 100 thousandths, massive difference, right?
Yeah.
So
I think on a standard, most mini rods probably have 2 to 3 sets of tires they can work with. Used to be we didn't have as many because they wouldn't last that long.
Yeah, they were easy to
run
destroy.
One mini rod. I try to have 3 sets for one mini rod. So there's your answer.
Sure.
I'll bet Bruce and I have probably close to 20 sets between both tractors. And I will say, kind of to this question, of course, now Bruce runs a modern rear axle. I still run a TRB. So we can't really share wheels because his are drilled out for the larger stud and the offset's different. But even when Bruce and I had tires and wheels that theoretically we could exchange back and forth, Bruce had a set of tires that he ran. I had sets that I ran, and we really did not cross or intermingle until it got down to where we were getting ready to retire them. And maybe I would look at his set and say, well, I'll try him for a couple passes or vice versa. So that was kind of how we structured it. But it sounds like Adam just kind of interchanges them all over the place, but keeps track of what he's doing. There's no accidents there. So pretty good question there. Never really thought of
Good
that.
question. Good question.
All right, next question. What else we got here? Went to Macon Grand National and seen a modified truck named Rule 19. What is the story behind the name? Do either of you know?
That's Jake Zering.
Yeah.
I believe, right? There is a rule. I don't quote me on this. There's a rule somewhere, somehow, that I think he could tell. By the way, he would be a great guest for us one day.
Absolutely.
But I think I've heard him tell this. It's about a rule that he pointed out in a rule book that either helped him or hurt him. I think it helped him. It was rule number 19. But as Jake Zering, I do know that's for sure. And Jake is one of the list of guys we need to get on here one day. I know Adam recently helped Jake. And Adam, Jake just got a 2-wheel drive and bought one of Adam's engines. And I've seen him at some of our polls, and he was very complimentary of you and how much you helped him get it going. He said, I could have done this without Adam. I'm like, yeah, Adam's actually a nice guy, believe it or not, if you don't watch that podcast. So shout out to – no, that was a genuine statement from Jake, though. He said, hey, your buddy Adam, I could have done this without Adam. So
no, Jake's a good dude. I think there's a little bit more to that. It says like Rule 19, no goofy stuff. I think.
Yeah, I believe
maybe
so.
what's on there.
Yeah,
is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, the classic.
We definitely need to have him on the pod just because I think he's got a oh man, that guy's been around every poll that you can imagine. He was
on a reality show, guys. He was on a reality show.
Wife Swap. Yeah.
Oh, it's a
rule was
rule
made
that
because
was
of
made
Jake.
because of Jake.
Okay,
Oh,
there you go.
I should put the feet in the frame rule on my tractor.
Call
then
it feet and frame.
And then have Chase sign it at the end. That'd be good. All right.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna have to get to the bottom of that. But yes, future guest, no question, on the No Practice podcast. Excellent question. We'll get into it. What else we got here? First of all, love your guys' show. Very entertaining. Question: the regional mini class seems like the numbers are down. Also, a diesel mini compact tractor, would it be allowed to run in the mini class? And if so, what would the rules be? There are not any really listed for this by NTPA. You guys are awesome and keep up the great work. TC. I think as long as it's a single stage of compression and it's an automotive based engine like a 12 valve Cummins, my understanding of the rules would be that they could run it, but they couldn't run compound turbos where there's two stages. Do you agree with that, Adam? Or
Yeah, I've never really looked into much of the diesel side of it, I guess. As far as the first part of the question, the regional numbers are down. I think that's just because you got Ohio State now has the circuit,
It depends the region you're talking to. I assume they're talking region two.
Yeah. So I would just say the numbers are maybe a little bit down because there are a ton of mini rods that just, guys are going to where their schedule allows them. And I think the Ohio State works good for a lot of those guys. Maybe guys don't want to drive to Michigan or, wherever those region two hooks are. Maybe they don't fit their schedule too well. The second part of the question, I think it would be awesome to see a diesel mini rod. Fact of the matter is, you'd really have to have something serious to compete with the horsepower that a blown motor puts out.
Yeah.
And then by the time I think you did find something, I think it would be extremely heavy. So I love watching them. I really like that little compact diesel class that uses like a 31 or a 34-inch tire with a 3-cylinder Kubota. And it seems like the guy, it's kind of like the mini rod, it's like a guy is part of the tractor as a little small stuff. But yeah, I always thought it would be really neat. I always envisioned before I started building engines and stuff that I thought it would be really neat to have a billet 5.9 Cummins, kind of look like a light super stock, but a mini rod, put sheet metal and stuff on it. I think it would be a pretty neat little deal.
Yeah, I'd say they let them weigh 2,500 pounds until they start kicking our ass, and then we start trimming them down. So, Zach Jasper checking in saying, can run a 4BT Cummins in the limited mini rod class. He gets more weight and a taller hitch. Very nice. I like that. I'm the proud owner of a 4BT Cummins. I got drunk once and I bought a bread truck out of Tennessee, and it's in a box truck, and it's got a 4BT Cummins in it, and I use it to go camping because it's way better than a tent. So 15-inch
Why do all
hitch.
your purchases start with I got drunk?
I don't know, because I'm pretty cheap, but when I get drunk, I'm like, all right, I can, I paid $4,200 for this. No, it might've been $3,200 for this thing. And it only had 42,000 miles on it. And it's got a manual transmission with a 4BT Cummins, which everybody knows a 4BT Cummins, very desirable engine for swapping into things because they're very small and compact, very mechanical, very little to go wrong. Couple that with a nice SM465 transmission. That's a hot combo. I could probably get $5,000 for that. And I only paid $3,200 for the bread truck. So
just think if you're sober, how much it would cost.
Oh, dude, I know a thrifty purchase when I see one. All right. Well, guys, we got to
last comment to that, like regional mini rods. I'm assuming that's region 2. The region 3 mini guys, Adam has a lot of customers there. Those guys that class is pretty damn strong. Though a lot of them will be in Rockwell this weekend. So I assume this is talking Ohio region 2 area, which I think Adam commented on that point. So, but region is a general statement.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I tried to call Jake Zaring, but he had this thing where I had to give my name and then stay on the line to see if he'll take my
Yeah.
call. So I'm currently waiting to see if he picks up to answer the Rule 19 thing.
I think we need to keep going. It's
Oh,
already an hour and
okay.
a half
Yeah,
in.
he didn't answer.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right.
That's
Well,
actually a
let's
great
do,
idea, whoever invented that.
Yeah, it's 125. I say we do 2 more of these, and then we may have to move on, just to keep things moving here. So, hey guys,
Adam, do you have your
possible
lights on yet? Adam, are your lights on?
Oh, they're on, but we just can't see. I
The
mean,
headlight,
these
yeah.
lights
Just want to
suck.
make sure.
Okay.
You just want to be safe driving this. We're
Yeah,
My
like
trailer's
good
definitely
examples.
brighter than my headlights.
Chase,
Yeah,
you
good
better
examples
watch
for
the
the No Practice
interruptions.
podcast.
You better watch the interruptions there, mister. Hey guys, possible unpopular opinion here, but what are your thoughts on the sleek factory paint jobs going on pulling trucks and tractors now? The unique paint with huge names down the sides of these things was synonymous with pulling for years, and it was always fun to see the pullers express their creativity with extensive paint or decals. So I think what they're more so saying is kind of the plain and simple yet very nice and eloquent paint schemes that we're seeing, but just more simple. Is that fair?
I think this is like I think this is an attack on wraps. Not that wraps aren't nice, but back in the days of our dads in the '90s, nobody wrapped a vehicle like painted them, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading between the lines on that.
I like the more radical the better. Like I loved the Willie Make It 2-wheel drive truck. Just the bright colors, the huge name, anything that's different and stands out, I'm a fan of it.
What's a bit like? It's so hard with the mini rod, but I can't tell you the last time I walked up to a pulling vehicle said, "Man, that's a nice paint job." I guess 4-wheel drives, the Peterson trucks.
Anything that Nelsons have brought to the track.
Yeah,
that's true. I forget about those guys.
But I think that's kind of what they're getting at though with the sleek, because like you think about the Nelson mini rods, Norton mini rods, whatever you want to call them, or even the red Nelson mini rod. It's clean, it's simple, it's beautiful. Looks way nicer than anything we've ever ran, but it's not crazy. You know what I mean? There's not huge names down the side. You know, there's not.
It's like a pro stock.
Yeah. I feel like the pro stocks were the first people to do that in pulling, just very clean and simple. Where you know.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes with the character maybe of the person. Like take for instance, I always like my favorite truck right now is probably an unpopular deal, but like my brother-in-law had that red 2-wheel drive truck, the 68 Chevy or 67, 68 Chevy is red, very plain, looks more factory. I thought the thing looked phenomenal, but in the same sense, you take somebody that has a much different take. I mean, I've changed my paint schemes up. I went from, more of a conservative, then we kind of went to more of a flashy, and now we're kind of back to a more conservative. I'll jump again to the more flashy, I had a lot of interest in doing some kind of like just a paint scheme, out of the blue that's a little bit different. But to each his own. I think a lot of the pro stocks now have obviously become more plain looking and more back to the roots of the tractor. Maybe they don't want to, like, you don't see a John Deere getting painted black very much anymore, or different colors. Everybody's really staying with the factory look and trying to keep them as clean and simple as possible, shrinking the decals down, color matching them. But at the end of the day, like some of these vehicles, they're nicer than most show cars are, and they compete. Like you look at Chance McGrath's tractor, and it's like, holy shit, dude! Like I don't even have time to keep it that clean. More or less run the thing.
Adam, do you paint your tractors like the fenders?
We used to. We started doing the wrap. I mean, this last go round, we did a full wrap, but I'm still, honestly, I wanted to paint mine these last few years. I wanted to paint mine. The time it takes in prep and honestly, we've kicked our stuff around a little bit. It would break my heart if we were to scratch the paint and beat it up. And
Yeah.
you know, a lot of guys have to go like RJ, for instance. You know, in a few instances, they got to go back and they want their stuff to look really, really good. They have to go back and touch up paint and repaint certain areas and blend it and to keep that look going. You know.
Yeah, I will say there is some sweet actual paint jobs in the diesel 4-wheel drive truck class too. And you'll hear
Oh,
the
yeah.
announcers say it, you know, they'll be like, fans, that is not a wrap. That is all paint, you know. And that's why, you know, do yourself a favor, get to an event live and walk around the pits before or after. And it's some of these vehicles, not ours, but some of them are impressive to look at. Like they're immaculate showpieces for sure. So yeah, I'll always be a fan of the big, you know, crazy letters. I can appreciate a wrap more so like what Adam Bauer has on his fenders versus just the very plain thing like that. But as RJ says, Farmer Bruce says that paint is too heavy. My dad, famous for even when he paints his chassis, he says X amount of cans of rattle paint, and when the rattle paint's gone, we ain't putting any more on it, because when you pick up that can when it's new, it's a hell of a lot heavier than when it's empty. That means all that weight's on the tractor. We can't be having that. So good
We were
question.
talking about
as
this
always.
the other day, y'all, like this. We get all of our chassis powder coated, but our Lightbod Super B, I told the story of, I think, a podcast or ago. It was yellow. We got it, and we got Dollar General spray paint to spray paint it. And it's the best running vehicle we have. So maybe we
There
should
you
do
go.
some more of that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we'll get to the other questions next show. We didn't mean to not get to them if you sent them in, but we're already at an hour and a half. And the poor guy's been sitting in the background this entire time, an hour and a half.
If he's still there.
Yeah, hopefully he's still there. Hopefully he's still conscious. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mr. Lonnie Saylor joining us this evening. Lonnie, are you asleep or are you awake? Oh, jeez. Look at this guy.
Damn.
Oh.
I'm sorry, man. Sorry, Lonnie. Don't yell at me, man.
I heard a lot of drama.
Can you believe all that?
No, I wasn't listening. It was static.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Lonnie, how you doing this evening?
What do you got?
I said, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine now. You woke me up.
Oh. Glad we could wake
Lonnie,
you up.
what are you drinking? What are you drinking, Lonnie?
Can of Coors. Yeah, it's brewed from a mountain stream. Tastes good.
Well, Lonnie, you were teasing me this past weekend for drinking skinny beers, Mick Ultras.
I know you had some skinny beer in your hand.
Yeah, those aren't your. And I gotta say, they're not really working for me either because I'm not very skinny. So something must be wrong with them.
I know. Why are you doing it? You should see my other buddy. He's like 300 fucking pounds and he would drink some. And I'm like, dude, quit.
Are you saying I need to switch to Coors Light and maybe I'll drop some pounds?
Works for me.
I love it. I love it. What do you got sitting on the table there? A jar of candies and some pickles?
Yeah. Horseradish pickles.
Okay.
And then I got candies for bored customers.
Okay. So when you said bored customers, we're at your shop, your place of business. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, world headquarters.
World headquarters.
headquarters.
What do you do, Lonnie? Break it down for us.
I am the cat house.
Okay.
I rebuild engines. And there's a bunch of other things we do, but we can't talk about that now.
Oh, we want to hear all about it. We want the full.
I know you do. I know you do.
What's the shadiest thing you've ever done for money, Lonnie?
I've done some back alley transactions, but I wasn't a recipient.
Okay. Tell us about your favorite one.
Say what?
Tell us about your favorite back alley transaction.
You're my favorite. I don't really have one. Shit, I beat the hell out of them.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well,
If I ever go in a fucking alley, I'm coming out.
that's fair. That's fair.
Lonnie,
Lonnie, so we're I think you're our debut super semi puller outside of RJ, which RJ pulls a lot of things, but what do you tell
He
us
pulls
about?
on more than one.
Yeah. So you're a true blue super
His
semi
hands
puller.
are busy.
Yeah. So tell us about the super semi class. I think it's very underappreciated. It's the most probably relatable vehicle at a Grand National event to the fans because it has street tires. So um, give your spill to the common fan out there of why the super semi class is the most badass class in pulling.
They put us last to keep the show.
They put you
Pretty
last.
simple.
What is that because of weight or because you?
There's
of the
only
show?
a fucking few of us, but
So naturally, are you a semi guy? I guess you work on semis. Is that what you're saying?
born and bred that way. Yeah, my grandfather come out of World War II and he started a corn shelling business, and it was called Sailor Trucking. And he had 6 brothers that come back from the war, and then he got a stepbrother that showed up because he married into the family, and it started up from there. And Sailor Trucking's been here since '42.
Wow.
Where is Sailor Trucking? Where's home for you, Lonnie?
Easton, Minnesota. I was born and raised down there. That's
What part
southern
of the-
Minnesota, right off I-90.
So Rockwell's pretty close for you then.
Yeah, it is. I live up here now. I'm the good cousin from the north.
Hmm.
I live north of the Twin Cities.
Is that what we had? The guy last show was from Minnesota, right, Tyler?
I think
I believe
so.
it was. Yeah, the 4-1 guy. Our favorite puller ever. I forgot his name already. That's how bad I am.
Oh, he must have been good.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. No.
Yeah. Well, we'll never forget the name Lonnie Seller. I'll remember it in a minute. It just takes me a second to unwind. So, Lonnie, how did you get into pulling? Like, was it at were you at a bar talking shit about your semi to somebody, or
I could have been, but I
did you
wasn't.
actually say I like this sport? So how'd you get into pulling semis?
Actually, I had a 1980 Peterbilt, and that was my road truck. I started trucking back when I was a kid. 93, 92, actually. I bought the truck. I had to sit on it for a little while because I was too young to get insurance on my own. And then finally we got insurance fucking pushed through, and I spent my time polishing on that truck. 1980 Peterbilt with a 6-4 transmission. And wore the tires out of that damn thing, put brand new Goodyear rubber on it, and boy, did they look like some biters. And one of my brothers showed up and he's like, holy shit, them are some good looking tires. We should go pull at Elk River. Now that's my hometown up here after I graduated. So we dropped the fucking air in the tires. We went down to Elk River and I won. They didn't even know what to fucking do. There's 2 major trucking companies down there. And they're all like, their fucking mouths are open. Who's this fucking guy? The sailor.
Sailor.
Proud of my heritage, whatever. But anyways, we had a good time down there.
What year?
And,
What year was that, Lonnie? What year was this?
that was
We're talking.
fuck. What year was that? 93, I bet.
Wow.
93.
Yep.
So was she pretty hopped up, or was it all the traction, Lonnie?
No. That truck was the one to beat going up a hill. Yeah. I told everybody, fucking everybody, I see you in my fucking rearview mirrors, but you ain't gonna come by me.
You tell your competitors that at the track too?
Huh?
Do you tell your competitors at the track that too? Did you tell the guys at the pull that, or just on the road?
No, there's a lot of fucking radio talk and this and that, and somebody's gonna fucking look out for me and whatever. And this was black asphalt running, we're just fucking running. We have 2 major hills coming through Wisconsin. You got the Nodine Hill and you got the Matt Hill. anyways, those are two big poles. One's a 4 mile, one's about 2.5. And you wait, you sandbag, you fucking let everybody get in front of you, and then you fucking just go on by them.
So you would be anticipating these hills. You would
I did.
intentionally let people get there. You'd know right
Yeah.
what gear to get into. You'd hit the left-hand lane. Everybody's pouring the coal to it, and here
Yeah.
comes the sailor boy flying right by him every time.
You had to have a big radio to stay up with me because your truck won't.
Big radio is what you call it, huh, Lonnie?
What's that?
I said a big radio. That's what you call it, huh?
Yeah,
That's a trucking term. If you don't have a
that
big
was
radio,
big before phone cells.
yeah.
So, and at
If you
that
don't-
point,
if you-
had you done most of the work to that engine yourself?
Always.
Always.
Yeah. So this is a replica of my 1980.
Okay.
This truck. I built this out in the driveway 1999. I
Wow.
put it together. A good friend of mine had the cab, the whole truck. And it was called, he called it the Madaleno Pete.
Hmm.
And he would not sell it to me. One night he asked me, I would always stop in over at his place. And one night he says, you take this, you bring me this truck from Michigan. It was a double extended hood Kenworth, extended cowl Kenworth. I'll give you that Madaleno Pete. And I thought, done. So I went up to Michigan and went up there and got it, and I brought it back. I got pictures of the whole 9 yards. That guy was fucking proud as a fucking game hawk rooster. He was fucking on it. Anyhow, that's how I got this, and then we started on it, and that was 99.
So you brought it home, and what was the first year that you took it to the track? Very next year? Or?
Yeah, I pretty much worked on it day and night, and we took it out. So I got to know Greg Hibbets.
Yep.
Prohibited.
Yep.
Uncle Gary fucking built the cam for me, sent it over, put me in touch with his fuel pump guy, Aaron Monzo. We put a 13 millimeter barrel and plunger pump, Bosch, on the side of that engine. I built a drive shaft that went out to it. I still have that pump. Crude. Anyways, and you should see that cam. It's like mountains. It's fucking pointy. I wrecked everything on top every time I brought it on. But it was wild. It was fun. And it took me about 4 or 5 years to get that fucker reined in a little bit so I could drive it down the track successfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you've just been finessing the entire combination ever since then. Same frame rails. I mean, what is the development of the class and the engine, the power plant's been the last 25 years?
Oh my God. So when I built this truck, it was 272 wheelbase. It had a fucking sleeper on it, dual stacks. I built a bench seat back there so I could give everybody a fucking ride down the track.
Of course.
1,800 fucking horsepower. It was fun.
Yeah. And where are we at now?
We're a bit so before north of 4. We're a bunch of it.
So is that something, you doing all your motor work yourself, do you dyno that engine at all or never?
Absolutely. Flywheel dyno. Yep.
Yeah.
Bill DeLuge has got a dyno down the road here. It's about 30 miles away from me.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. And you feel dynos are good for learning for
I
people.
absolutely fucking do. Yeah. You got to get your water right. Oh, there's so much about a dyno that you can learn. A lot of people like to go to the track, be raw. Fuck that. I got so many pistons in the other fucking building that'll say no.
Yeah. Have you torn up more stuff on a dyno than a pulling track in your lifetime?
No, I have not.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Lonnie, how many runs can you give one of those things before you got to rebuild it and tear it apart to freshen, quote unquote?
I'll let you know after this year.
What are you at right now?
Usually, I don't know. You can make a season on it.
Okay.
So like what, 15 runs or so?
No,
15 to 20?
I'm usually in the 20s somewhere.
20?
Do you-
Yeah, when I'm having
I,
fun, I want to go searching for something else.
Do you take a spare to the track with you or no?
A stair?
A spare engine.
No. Hell
No.
no, that's too much fucking work. You want to pick one of them fuckers up? I ain't a kid no more.
I got Skytrax.
I think Tyler was questioning you, Lonnie. I think he's questioning your commitment.
Well, I'm gonna fucking ask him to come over and give me a hand.
I'll do
I'm
that.
sure he would. We all would.
I'll do that for sure. So what's
With his skinny beer. Hey, can you put your skinny beer down?
no? I'm gonna keep holding my skinny beer.
Put
Lonnie,
your
the whole
skinny beer
time.
down and give me a
I
hand.
don't know.
So
Animals?
what the hell changed in 25 years for you guys to have over doubled the power? Is it fuel? Is it turbos? It's everything. I mean, what's the biggest thing?
Money.
Money? Like if you could take one component now and put it on your truck 20 years ago, what would you take? Would you take the injection pump, the block, the turbo? What are you bringing back?
The block.
The block?
The block's still the same. Block and the crankshaft is still the same.
It is. Okay.
Oh, yep. All the other components are built around it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What's the most stock? So what's the most non-stock part in that? If that makes sense, like what is a custom to a semi-pulling vehicle versus a going down the road truck? Is it the head? I know there's stock blocks, but what is the most custom piece in that pulling vehicle engine wise?
Everything besides the block and the crank.
So it's just like a super stock tractor.
I built this truck because I ran out of room with my road truck, and I had responsibilities. I was raising a family and whatnot. And it was close 700 horsepower, and it was a bad son of a gun. It was a lot of fun. I went to a big pull, and a bunch of these KT guys showed up with them 1100 KT Cummins. And I fucking beat everybody but one. And I only lost him by about 7 feet. And he goes, man, just think if you shorten that truck up. Well, my road truck was 302-inch wheelbase.
That's long.
Yeah. And I built it that way. Anyways, and that's why I was like, I can't keep doing this. I got to do something else. So that's why I built this one. And here we go.
So that thing's never been on the road dedicated pulling as long
This
as you
one
know.
is, well, once in a while I take it on the street.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll lay down some fucking rubber.
Has that thing ever taken a load anywhere?
Say what?
Has that truck ever taken a load or a trailer anywhere?
It has took a trailer. So when I first got it, it was a black gold striped Peterbilt, needle nose, narrow window, and I would shag trailers back to the yard. I would just hook onto them and just go back there. A 350 small cam and a 4x4. And just for fun, I park and jump out of my road truck and fire up the other one and hook onto the trailer and take it up to the yard.
And you said you were shagging in the trailers in the yard?
Yeah, shagging.
Yeah.
Those are highly technical trucking terms. Like
Oh, yeah.
when, yeah, like
Yeah.
see back in the
Come on,
day,
Slob,
Chase wouldn't
catch
know
up.
this. He goes, yeah, Chase thought when he said something about his talking about his CV and how big a radio you got,
Radioing.
he truly means the fucking CV, not the engine, because
He lost me.
trucking,
Oh, hello.
yeah, trucking, dude, like we're kind of gotten away from it, but still the old school truckers, like everybody was judged by the size of their CB and how much reach he had on it. And that's when he said, your CB ain't big enough.
Ah, because Lonnie was
So,
gone.
Adam,
Who the fuck's talking?
are you making
I can't see
Adam.
him.
That's Adam.
Adam? Are you making fun of me again?
Hey,
I
Adam,
made-
turn on the
I'm
light.
I'm a truck. I can truck. I truck all the
Yeah,
way
I'm
out
fucking driving right now, bro.
He's driving to
Right,
Rockwell,
right.
Iowa.
Hey, my headlights aren't that good. I gotta turn the slide off.
Yeah, you're gonna kill somebody. Turn them off.
He's looking for radar
said,
and
"Who's that
lady
guy?"
hitchhikers.
Yeah, CBRWs and lot lizards.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
a bad deal. You don't want none of them.
What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that, Lonnie?
Where are we at?
What are your thoughts on lot
What's your
lizards?
thoughts on what?
What's
Your thoughts on lot lizards?
somebody asked me about a lot lizard?
Yeah.
I seen some color gal down in Georgia. She come at me like,
Careful, you might be talking about.
yeah, she
No.
was in a
Gets
banana
upset.
yellow jumpsuit, and I was putting my trailer down. She said,
Lonnie, so what's your next polling event? You're going to Rockwell this
Oh,
weekend.
come on,
good
Chase.
call.
Oh, yeah, jeez.
Lonnie, you plan to go to Rockwell this weekend?
Yeah. Favorite poll of the year. I do like
Favorite
Rockwell.
poll.
I was disappointed that I couldn't go there. I signed up with the NTPA this year only because of Rockwell. I thought I was going to make it, and then Josie told me I couldn't make it because we're going to go to Hebron, and that got canceled. So there I go, about 3 hours away.
Well, it worked out for you pretty good, right?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that place. It's a town of 150 people. They absolutely just, everything is wide open. If you need a shower, they got the school fucking opened up. Go into the school. Hey, stay out of the ladies' locker room though.
That's good advice,
I
Lonnie.
went in there.
Hey, Lonnie.
Oh, hang on.
Hey.
Tell us the
Who
story.
you parking by?
There's Kessler. Come on.
Yes, sir. So what happened to the ladies' locker room? You can't just
I
start a
can't
story and not
talk
finish it,
about
Lonnie.
that.
No, it's a no practice podcast. Like we yell and scream
I
at each
snuck
other on
in
here,
there.
but we finish the story. So what did you just walk in? There was like
Hey,
a class going on, or what?
No, I got welcomed in there.
Is that where you met Josie?
No, that's not when I met Josie.
Oh.
I seen her one night at
So
the
for-
party. I actually just grabbed her and I threw her on my shoulder and I carried her out of the joint. Said, "You're with me now."
So for you fans who don't know who Josie is, we had quite the start to this show. Lonnie was very enthusiastic to join us tonight, and and we were going through a test run. And he said, "So is it HTTP or is it HTTPS with this website link?" And I'm sure people are chuckling right now. Lonnie, I know it was a challenge, but he said, "Hang on, I got Josie coming." Josie came and saved the day. Josie, I don't know what she is to Lonnie, but Lonnie's very appreciative of Josie as we are for this podcast tonight. Oh, careful, don't hit the
She's
button.
my wife.
Josie, there she is. Oh, that's your wife, Josie. Well, congratulations, Josie, for
What
knowing that
was
it's
it?
HTTP, not HTTPS.
Yeah, thank
I'm here
you.
for
On the
emotional
website link.
Emotional support.
HTTP is a HTTPS.
I have
And
no
is that a
fucking
semi-
idea.
is that-
I was.
What are these two dots right here? What are these two dots and these slashes?
Hey, Lonnie, I don't know either. They just send me a link and I click on it.
Things happen. Here we are
Everyone needs a Josie. Everyone needs a Josie. Josie, shout out to you. So how'd you meet Josie again? You threw her over your shoulder where?
at a party. Threw her over my fucking shoulder. I said, "I guess you're with me now."
Was that your pickup line?
Say what?
Was that really your pickup line? I mean, literally a pickup line?
I'm kind of a fucking barbarian.
Well, it looked like it worked. Josie's a beautiful lady. I like your style.
Chase is gonna try that this weekend.
She'll be fine. She's been down there
as a moderator.
She's been down there a whole bunch of times.
No, not with Josie. I'm not going to do it with Josie, Lonnie.
Yeah, you got to watch this guy, Lonnie.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
I'm not going to do that with Josie.
I want another beer, please.
Lonnie, you were telling me about
Lonnie.
going to Onaway this past weekend. Have you ever taken your truck and raced it uphill towing stuff or no?
You can't do that with a bull truck.
What
No.
would happen?
Oh, fuck, gears are too short.
Okay.
I don't know. You got one, or you got two, or you got three or four, and that's it.
Okay.
You know,
so you'd run
I'll
out
tell
of
you
gear.
what, it's pretty fucking intense. That's a good time. I've been up there once. That Mike up there, he invited me up there, 5-6 years ago? I don't know. He invited me up there. They were going to put on a truck pull and a truck race. And I agreed. I'd go up there and I would not pull because they did not have a sled that was not etiquette. And that was the year my son, Colton, he pulled and he blew his fucking turbo and he come up to me, he goes, "Aren't you going to pull?" And I'm like, "Nope." And he says, "Well, I'm gonna." And I'm like, "Okay," but I wouldn't. And that's the year. The next year, that's when we got this fucking turbo blanket put in place. That fucking turbo went out. He oversped it because there was no load. And I was pulling my truck back to the trailer. I'm like, "Nah, I'm done." I stayed out there the whole fucking night too. Everybody's disappointed, and I hate to disappoint anybody.
Sure. You
I'm
knew
like,
it was best though.
Yeah, it was not gonna fucking work out.
So
So-
the sled just couldn't handle the holy smokes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, this old fucking pile of shit, spray painted white. Well done before.
Where'd
Lonnie
you come
was
up
not
with the name Holy Smokes?
A man needs to know his limitations, right?
Yeah. Adam was saying, where'd you come up with the name Holy Smokes, Lonnie?
Well, smokes a lot.
That's true. It's true.
Okay, I got you.
Back in the day, I don't know, there was nothing else around here, and it just fucking filled the air up, you know? It's kind of fun. 13 millimeter barrel and plunger pump. I had actually 2 turbos on that truck. 3 into one, 3 in the other. They were stock turbos. I built the manifolds out of a piece of steel that was a 1/4 inch. I made them in a pyramid, you know,
Nice.
and I built 1-inch feet on them so they wouldn't warp. I still have them manifolds out in the trailer. Sometimes I stumble across them. I'm like, yeah, I remember.
Hey, can you tell us maybe what happened with Mr. Chris Woods this past weekend at Goshen? I think he was running over to do something to your truck, and I think he tagged something in his Kubota.
No, he wanted to fucking drive my Kubota.
It's a good thing you didn't let him.
No kidding.
Well, I did. I need to get off the trailer. I needed some help. Yeah, he gets on there and he's like, "Fuck, what do I do?" I'm like, "Put her in reverse." Pull it up.
Were you guys drinking old fashions?
I never got one. I
Never
showed
got
up too late. He drank them all, I guess.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Did you get some ice cream from Jeremy Smith?
I always get ice cream over there. I'm the ice cream man.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
So, yeah, Woods, he's fucking stumbling around that goddamn grass fucking parking spot. You know, he ain't got his ice cream maker. He's got the mix, but he ain't got the cooler.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Shit, I need some fucking dessert."
He needed
Oh,
something.
we gotta wait till Jeremy shows up. That's when I met all you boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a pleasure meeting you. You had a very distinct laugh that you could hear from about an 1/8 mile away.
No,
It
no, you know
happens.
I
My
think
mother
Chris
was afraid of losing me. Believe it.
Is that right?
Lonnie, we were told to ask about the pillow story. Can you elaborate?
The pillow. No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The pillow story.
Who's asking?
Ryan DeBro.
Is this off limits?
I know the brew. What the fuck pillow story? I need some more information.
All right, Ryan. You got
Ron, if you're still watching, please comment. Yeah.
I love it. Well, we like to do a segment on here called the rapid fire segment, Lonnie. So we've just got a couple of random questions here that we're going to
Put
peel
me on
through.
the spot.
Yeah, we'll put you on the spot. If you had to pick one color food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Green.
Okay. Would you
I like
have been
vegetables.
You like vegetables? All right, more on that later. Would you have been more likely to trust the first person that ate an egg or the first person to eat a potato?
Say what?
Would you have been more likely to trust the first person that ate an egg or the first person that ate a potato?
Yeah, I don't mind them Irishmen.
Okay, potatoes it is. Pick a tractor or truck puller that you think is most likely to spend a year in jail.
Terry Hort.
Okay, and what do you think the crime would be?
What?
What do you think the crime would be, Lonnie?
Huh?
What do you think the crime would be?
Probably prison.
Well, you can't go to prison for being in prison. I mean,
He's
what do you
fucking
what would you do
jumping
to go to
around in
jail?
the fucking house right now.
What would he do to go to prison, Lonnie?
I ain't gonna say.
Don't say pick the girl up over his shoulder.
Nah, he's a good neighbor.
Okay. Lonnie, if dogs wore pants, would the pants have 2 legs or 4?
No, they have 2 and a pair hanging.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lonnie, if you could go back to when you were 10 years old and change one thing for present day Lonnie, what would you change?
Nothing.
Nothing. I like it. Who would you be more likely to vote for as president? Marv Epperson or John Mears?
Donald J. Trump.
Oh, okay. You're not mincing any words there. All right, Lonnie, best pickup line for people to use to meet someone.
I must be dreaming, but you're running through my mind. You should slow down.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right. Final one, number 1 ideal vacation for Lonnie Saylor.
The United States of America, go discover this damn land. It's a wonderful deal, and I have fun every
Cheers
time
to
I
that.
go.
Okay, nowhere specific.
Cheers to that, brother. Cheers to that.
Nowhere specific, just the United States.
Tell you what, I all over the place, and the more I discover, I just put me in a stupid pickup, and I just want to drive somewhere. Cup of coffee and go in the morning. We'll find out. We'll fuck around.
Love it. I love it. Lonnie, have you ever been
Life is good.
Have you ever been sailing?
No, I never have.
I feel like you need to try.
No, I never sailed in my life.
Huh, that's crazy. It's in your name. I feel like you need to.
I know. No, we rode.
Okay, you like rowing?
Yeah, we fought some fucking high waves too.
Did you? Did you ever flip over in a rowboat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not in a rowboat. I flipped over, grabbed on, stayed afloat, figured it out, keep moving on.
What's your favorite thing outside of pulling and work to do?
Snowmobiling. I love going out west, the fucking mountains. We go out to Idaho 3-4 times a fucking year in the winter. Ain't nothing fucking better. That is a good time.
What's
When you say out west, where do you go, Lonnie?
Too. Don't get me wrong, but that is something else.
you ever get in a bad
Lonnie, when you
accident?
say out west, where do you go?
Idaho, Island Park.
Idaho.
Yep.
Oh wow, it is west.
Yep. It's a great time out there.
So you don't ride
Just-
trails. You just go out in the mountains, climb big
Yeah,
hills.
I'm a trail rider.
I don't know.
We're backcountry riders. That's what we do. We like to do it, and you know, it's a lot of fun out there. That's my best relaxation I get out of a year.
Okay, well, that can be a lot of work. Like, have you totaled a sled before, climbing a mountain?
Sure. Yeah, if you're a rookie.
Yeah.
Skinny beer, I mean, you might not cut it.
You're gonna tell me you've never wrecked a snowmobile climbing a hill? Come on.
Never did. Nope.
Really?
I had one totaled though.
Well-
I almost let one of my shop mechanics buy a snowmobile from me. He'd never been out there, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to sell it to you. And he's like, I got the money. I want to fucking buy it. And I'm like, no, you might not like it out there. Well, some gal from California was coming around the curve, and he was parked with all of us and ripped the fucking front end right out of that goddamn snowmobile. Got totaled. I got more out of it than I was asking for it. I mean, nobody knows about them mountains until you've been there. They can scare the shit out of you. It's a good time out there.
I believe it. My friends have gone out there, and they say sometimes you get a sled stuck, and it will take you over an hour to get the thing out.
Oh, fuck yeah. Easy. Yeah.
Easy.
Don't get excited.
Yeah.
Breathe easy.
I was thinking about this while I was driving out here and thinking about talking to you today, Lonnie. Tyler, you go to the sick weeks in Florida, right? Like where like they drive their cars and they from place to place and they drag race. I generally know what it is, but what can you explain what it is just for me and Lonnie and everyone
Well, it's
else?
like a drag and drive. Like I didn't race. I just watched the whole thing where, people race at a track and then you got to drive a couple 100 miles in the same car and you race at the next one. And it's a several day deal down in Florida. It's pretty cool, but I'm not sure where Chase is going with this.
Well, in my mind, I was thinking, semis are as relatable as anything we do in pulling. There's a lot of truckers out there. Has there ever been or could there be some form of a sick week at drag and drive, but it's pull and drive where you take your semi, we could spread them out across the country. You truck from one place to the other. You get there, you pull, and obviously you go to the next show. I think you would have to put some stipulation that you're pulling some type of load, but do you think something like that could ever work, Lonnie? Or from your standpoint, to me, I think that would be very interesting for truckers and people in the trucking industry.
They have
What's your
truck
thoughts?
shows and they're pretty boring.
So you would be into that?
No, I wouldn't be there.
You're not a truck show
I
guy,
like
Lonnie?
cool trucks. Believe me, I do. I love cool trucks, but no. So this is how we got Casson started. Me and Jimmy Finn were good friends, and the first year we started the Casson Big Iron Classic. We drank a lot of fucking beer. I heard a lot of fucking lies. And I'm like, fuck, we got to do something else besides drink beer and get drunk and fucking listen to lies. So the next year, I want a truck pull.
Okay.
And it was a good idea. And I got John Peterson on board, the Iron Horse out of Wisconsin, Black River Falls. He don't own that sled no more. He just sold it this year. Anyhow, I booked him to show up at the Big Iron Classic. That was in 2001. So ever since, there's that fucking pole. It's a good time. It used to be a really good time. I don't know.
It used to be. What happened?
Things.
What kind of things,
It got
Lonnie?
big. It got big.
It
I
got
don't
too
know.
big?
Well, it don't pay nothing, so I don't want to go there, you know.
Okay.
It's a charity poll. It was fun, but now I'm like, we should put an outlaw purse in there, you know. It's a big event. Look it up. Good time. It was a good time, and it still is a pretty good time. You can meet a lot of people there. I still do every time I show up, but I haven't been going. I'm kind of
What
spot.
time of year is it, Lonnie? When is that
September.
event? What time of year?
Weekend after Labor
September.
Day. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because the banana haulers, you know, they got to go out east, you know. They don't fucking leave until Saturday. Todd Lee, he's a fucking banana hauler.
What
All right,
does
so
that
Adam,
mean, Lonnie?
Adam, in trucker language, what does banana mean?
You what? You asked what a banana hammock is?
No, a banana
No,
hauler.
like banana hauler in trucker terms. Like he said, the banana haulers. What does it mean?
What is exactly what he said,
buddy.
I don't know if Adam can hear. So Adam was educating us on trucker terms. Lonnie, what does banana haulers mean?
Serious deal. It's produce deal.
That's
Hey,
what I'm saying. It
Kessler,
is
turn on your
exactly.
fucking light. I can't see you anymore.
I said it is exactly what he said.
Hey,
Is
let's-
banana haulers a fucking produce? Jesus Christ!
Well, I've never heard. I mean, I feel when you say you need bigger radio.
Okay, if you would quit talking for 3 seconds, maybe I could ask you a question. Lonnie,
He's sitting in the
gotta-
corner.
I got a question for you. Okay, of all the iconic semis in all of the years, it could be anything you want. What do you feel is the most iconic semi that got you going? Is it Snowman, Smokey and the Bandit? Is it, is there any, like, even in pulling, was there a semi that caught you, like the, I don't know, Prohibited or whatever the name of any of them used to be? What sticks out to you as like the most iconic semi of all time?
Man, I grew up along. I was standing on the fucking corner, fucking Midnight Rider. 18 wheels go by when I was a kid. Man, that was some stuff. I don't know. I have to think about that a little bit here.
Got him with the
Oh.
stumble there, Adam.
No.
The light turns on.
I got it. Super Boss. You remember Band-Aid Super Boss? You know
No.
them trucks.
I don't.
Yes.
The Band-Aid Super Boss was my fucking idol when I was a kid. He had the fucking chrome wings. He had
Yep.
dragster trucks. They weren't drag trucks. They weren't truck trucks. Those were the Super Boss. He had fucking Lakeside, California fucking pipes coming out the fucking side.
Oh yeah.
Tiger Reese fucking owns, I believe, all of them.
Really?
All of them fucking Band-Aid Super Boss trucks. Yeah. He fucking owns them all down in Hastings, Minnesota.
These are pulling vehicles.
He's not saying Band-Aid, Chase. He's saying Band-Aid.
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 Remember Band-Aid?
Yeah.
That was a retread,
Yep.
not a retard.
Not a retard.
Yeah.
Bigger
There's a
radios,
difference.
bigger radios, bananas, and Band-Aid. I've learned a lot tonight.
There's so much more trucker lingo that you do not know. I feel
Trucker,
bad
Adam,
because
I am a trucker. Do not attack
Who
me
the
again.
fuck's
I can truck.
talking anyway? I can't see him in the dark.
I'm gonna crash this damn truck trying to talk to your ass.
Who is that talking? Oh my gosh, that's
We're in the
classic.
middle of the Missouri. My headlights suck.
Okay.
Adam,
Where
I'm
you
thinking.
going anyway? You even know
Adam, I
where the
think
fuck you're going, or are you just sitting in that truck in a fucking parking lot somewhere?
He's sitting in the parking
Hey,
lot,
hey,
Lonnie.
hey! I've missed my turn 3 fucking times. Okay.
No.
he's drinking.
All right, Lonnie.
It's because he's drinking skinny beer, Lonnie. He's drinking skinny
Yeah.
beer.
No, no.
He
Ryan-
wants one.
Take no. You got to. We'll be taking them road aspirins here before long.
Lonnie, Adam, I think this is the perfect timing from a trucker standpoint and Fuller. Crazy story that you always like to ask for somebody. The floor is yours.
Story of the road.
Yeah, just like Lonnie. Do you have a? It could be anything. Going to a pool, whatever. Even traveling across the country. Do you have like an iconic travel story?
Okay, I can say I was down in Pagosa Springs, Colorado, with my 1980 Pete, and we fucking were parked down there at the fucking this goddamn cattle ranch was 20 some fucking thousand acres, and he's like, I don't know how the fuck we're gonna get you in there, and I'm like, well, where's the road? And it was a 2 mile backup, but I had a 6 and 4 transmission, so I could upspeed it. You guys don't know what the hell a 6 and a 4 is, but I can get
Twin
that fucker
stick.
up to about 40.
I'm a trucker. Lonnie. Lonnie, I'm a trucker now. Be careful.
What?
I have no idea. Go ahead. Sorry.
You yet?
My lights are
I'll
on.
find out.
No, I don't know, but carry the story. The story's getting good.
So, anyways, I'm like, yeah, I will get her back there. I'll fucking back up there. And so, about 2 miles fucking into this goddamn cattle ranch, and that's what I did, and that's what I do. And the only reason why I can back up really fucking fast, okay? I worked on a fucking Colorado as a kid, and this farmer took me in and put me on a fucking I had to take care of irrigating pickles.
Is that
Flood
what
them
they're
out.
calling it these days?
What days?
That sounds like a sexual innuendo there, Lonnie.
It's the name.
I didn't get it. What?
It's the name of Richardson's new pulling vehicle.
Irrigating
Irrigated
pickles.
Anyways, I took care of 80 acres of goddamn pickles, and he gave me a fucking pickup when I was 14, and we would fucking as fast as you could go. So my first truck had a 6 and 4 in it. I still drive like that. If I missed a place, I just put it in fucking reverse and go. Scare the shit out of you.
Do you think anybody in pulling could back up a semi-trailer as fast as you?
I don't know. I haven't seen one.
All right, so that's kind of your claim to fame, your hidden talent is backing up a trailer faster than anyone.
Well, ain't that bad. Fuck, I've been off the road since 07. We went down to Jordan, Minnesota here, 2-3 weeks ago. There's no fucking parking. I brought my son down there with his truck only because he had a flat tire. And we couldn't go with his truck and trailer. And I'm like, fuck it, let's bring her back here and we'll do it with mine. There's nothing there for fucking parking. And I pulls in there and I'm like, right in that, like that there. And they're like, what the fuck? It's like riding a bicycle, shooting pool. Once you done it, you know it.
Yeah, fair
What
enough.
is the biggest repair you've ever had to pull on the road? Like, you know, you Alan Jackson lost a U joint, had to use your finger.
I'm good with my fingers.
And your shoulders.
Yeah, I'm a mechanic. I can get in that.
At least
I
you're
know
humble
how
about
to
it. At least you're humble about it.
I don't know. I always improvise to get home. Can I have another beer? Nice lady.
Well, I think we're coming up to that time, Tyler.
Say what?
No, we're not done yet, Chase. We're not done yet because this might be the best question of all. Lonnie Saylor. Hold on a second. Lonnie Saylor, so you can see me. If you were in charge of pulling, what is the one thing you do to make our sport better?
Parking easier. I don't need no fucking parking Nazis. Open the goddamn gates. I've been here a long time.
Is that in reference to this weekend?
Say what?
Is that in reference to this weekend?
It is kind of, but no. Fucking Toma and fucking Bowling Green. Who the fuck you think we are?
Right?
You know what the fuck we're doing? Get the fuck out of the way.
Yes.
I don't need it. This is
I didn't
bullshit.
I
We fucking
didn't
pull
drive-
in.
I
Everybody
didn't drive-
here, well, you three boys, you know where you're going. So do
Right.
I.
Right?
Everybody fucking on the goddamn place knows where the fuck we're going. We're gonna put a fucking retard helmet on you and we're gonna take you down on a fucking golf cart and fucking show you where to park so you don't get hurt.
Careful, Lonnie. You're going to hurt someone's feelings.
I know. Hopefully it's some big fella. He's only got one.
So, Lonnie, your suggestion is to just let pullers park wherever they want.
But yeah, come on. I don't need the fucking bullshit. We fucking work hard. We work hard. We might have to fuck the night once in a while, the night before, but
Well, I'm slated to get there about 3
we
o'clock in the
goes.
morning.
We get. Anyways, we show up. Don't tell me where the fuck I'm gonna park. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I show up late, don't shut the fucking gate. Oh, you gotta sleep out on the road. Well, some guy from fucking New York, Montana, might be sitting out on the fucking road. They just they fucking drove to get there to get in and relax. No, you gotta keep them out on the fucking street. That sounds like the stupidest fucking shit I ever fucking heard. It is. It is. You know, we're all looking for a wide spot. Put us in there. We'll figure it out. Fuck, if we don't fit, you know.
You know what's I love about this podcast, guys? Every time we ask our guests this question, I don't think we've ever got the same one twice. And that's the
No,
first
that's
time
the
we've
first
ever
time
heard.
we've ever gotten that.
Let us
I love
park
it.
where we want to park.
I don't fucking like it. I don't like it. I remember
respect
one
it.
night
I respect it.
me and fucking Oathorpe were running around. And fucking Kilmeyer's fucking yelling. They kept this kid, Corey, out on the fucking street. And fucking Kilmeyer's fucking a pound of flesh. Open the gate. And them little cocksuckers wouldn't open the gate. He's sitting on that fucking golf cart. It's like this here. And I'm like, hey, Jack, you got a problem? He wasn't funny. He's always fucking funny. That man is always fucking funny. He was madder than a motherfucker because Corey didn't get there at 10 o'clock. They got the gate closed.
Where was this?
Take a
Toma.
guess.
Oh.
You say.
Fucking like 6 trucks sitting out there on the fucking street. And I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I ever fucking saw.
Real shocker. real shocker. Like, I'm not gonna throw too much shade, but it's
Give me a
funny.
Dairyland shirt. You know, I'm fucking ready. Get Dairyland shirts. I'm in charge.
We love you, Jared.
I am.
We-
Fuck, go
we
out
love
the
you.
Bowling Green, same fucking deal. Got the gate closed. No, can't
No.
park yet.
I think that's a little bit different about Bowling Green. At least they stay up, 2, 3, 4 o'clock.
Hey, you
in the
gotta
morning.
turn
Somebody-
on your fucking light when you're talking to
God
me.
damn, it's raining now, Lonnie. It's raining. I'm trying to fucking look at why it's raining.
What?
It's raining right now.
He's on his way to go park, Lonnie.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna have to drive around all
Hear
night
him.
until
He
8
just
o'clock in
turned
the
on his
morning.
light. No, he shut it off. I can't hear him no more.
What do you read lips, Lonnie?
No, I can't.
Lonnie, you were telling me
I love
about your
that answer.
passionate. You were telling me about your passionate hobby of gardening this past weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Tell
Hell
us
yeah.
all about that.
Oh, I don't know. Ever since I was a boy, fuck. I used to raid all the neighbors' fucking gardens with a salt shaker.
Okay. You
I
eating
did.
tomatoes?
I like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually the reason why me and Josie are together. She's a beauty.
She also is into gardening.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you would
Yep.
recommend people have a strong thing like that in common with their significant other.
I mean, you get on a fucking phone call or something, somebody, and it's just blah, blah, blah. It's kind of, it's not quite as bad as this fucking podcast. I'd be out there picking weeds if it was light out.
Yeah.
I can tell
understand.
you're a fan of this podcast, Lonnie.
Wasting time. No, I think it's fine.
Well, with that
Kessler
being
won't
said,
turn on his fucking light, though.
Yeah, it's like he's not even there if you
Kessler.
can't see him, Lonnie.
Kessler's still
Oh,
on
yeah.
there.
There he is.
Goddamn cops.
Lonnie, can you bring me and can you bring me and Kessler some cucumbers this weekend, or any vegetables you got?
Nah, I don't want you two doing no gay shit.
Oh,
Hey, Lonnie. What's your physics?
Say what?
That was Kessler.
Favorite
That
kind
was
of music?
Kessler.
Yeah, he just turned his fucking light on. What?
What's your favorite type of music?
80s.
80s? I'll make sure I
70s
play that.
and 80s. Yeah,
I'll
I'm
make-
fucking into rock and roll.
I'll make sure I play that stuff this weekend so you can hear it.
Yeah, play some 38 special. I mean,
Lonnie,
8675. I mean,
Careful what you wish for. This guy will pull it right next to you. But Lonnie's the type that he would embrace it. He would wake up the next morning and say, "Thank you, sir," for all the
I'll tell
tunes
you,
all
good
night.
we're in Wheatland.
Okay.
We went down to Wheatland back when it was the last fucking year of Wheatland, Missouri, the Lucas deal.
oh yeah.
I called my buddy. I'm like, let's go down there. Let's go hunting. Because we never see fucking woods except for Bowling Green and the Rook. We're going to go down there. He's like, all right. So we leave on a Sunday. We fucking takes off. We get down there. Anyways, we make it for the fucking week. And God, what a fucking party. I actually, no, anyways, we gets back to the fucking pits. I won.
Nice.
Chris Woods fucking went out of bounds, got a flat tire on his fucking right fucking steer axle. The Rook, he didn't make it. Ryan DeBrew, and there's a few other people. We just went down there on a fucking whim to have fun. And what a fucking ball. And then we met everybody out in the fucking pits. And it was a good fucking time.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, the Blackburns are parked next to us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? They're playing this club music Elton John. I'm like, what the fuck is going on over here? So I turned on my I got a nice stereo on that fucking silver burgundy stripe 359. So I opened up all the fucking doors and I'm like, I told the doc, turn that fucking radio on, put some AC/DC on there. Droned them out. Oh God, there's more of that. We had a good time down there.
That's a pretty good tie-in right there to what's coming with that when Adam comes to town here in Rockwell. He can't get until 8 a.m. He said though.
Yeah. Hey, Lonnie, mind if I drive up and see you? I'll have time.
Well, turn on your fucking light.
God damn it! Mind if I come see you?
Hey, Adam, did you get the text I sent you? You can come anytime. You got to call.
Who's going to Rockwell? Fly, you going to Rockwell?
I'm not. No.
No.
Nope.
You old man?
No.
No. This guy in the dark.
Yeah. Chase is there already.
Kessler's coming.
Yeah, Kessler's going, and Chase is going.
I see you the number who to call whenever you got there because they let anybody in all night. Did you get it?
3 o'clock in the morning. Is he gonna be ready?
Who's that?
If not, turn the music on. Kessler,
yeah,
Kessler's
right.
coming.
Oh, I got more of this fucking story. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Next time.
Yeah, next time you're going to definitely come back, Lonnie. You're in the Hall of Fame of the No Practice Podcast. You know what I love about Lonnie? Whenever I called him and said, "Hey, No Practice Podcast," he said, "I never heard of you guys." I said, "Well, we do something to promote pulling." He's like, "Well, I ain't got no time for no fucking podcast, but if we're gonna get in there and drink beer, I'll come on." So that's how we got him on. That's about
Fuck
it.
you. You must have called during work hours. That was my secretary.
How many people you got working for you, Lonnie?
Just a couple.
I like
me and my son, actually. Me and him. That's two.
That's it?
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Can't keep anybody to fucking work no more.
I like to ask people what their best way of like interviewing someone and judging their character is if they own a business. In your experience, like what would your best answer to that be?
Honesty.
Yeah.
Answer the fucking phone.
But like, what do you
I'm terrible about that.
What do you ask them when you're interviewing them?
Oh, I don't give an interview.
You don't?
I don't interview nobody.
Oh man,
my fucking coffee's stronger than most people's feelings. I can't do that. They won't show up.
I love it.
Well, Lonnie, when do you plan to get to Rockwell in Real Talk tomorrow?
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to be sure to locate you and turn some AC/DC on and have a few drinks. Any final parting words? You want to thank anybody out there or anyone? I know you're a pretty have a good time guy, but I know you're appreciative of at least your wife that got you on the podcast. Anyone else we need to thank?
She's a wonder. She's a beauty. Yeah. Yeah. Thank my son Clayton. I got two boys. I got Colton and Clayton, and if I had one more, I was going to call him Cletus.
Ooh.
So the dog is Cletus.
Makes sense.
I'm done siren. Not really, but. Anyways, no. Fuck. Family and friends. I like to support. Everybody's good people. That's what I like. I like life. Let's have fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know?
What's it worth if we can't have fun, right?
I don't. Oh, goddamn! I almost said something that I shouldn't have. But that guy in the dark.
Kessler.
I met his old man. Your old man, fuck. He fucking would not quit shaking my fucking hand because I was picking him up out of his fucking chair. And his arm wouldn't fucking do nothing else but this here.
How'd that motion go, Lonnie? Can you do that again?
Huh?
How did that go? Can you do that again?
Right. No, I can't do that no more.
Oh, okay.
It was fucking hilarious, though. So there you go.
Back in
Yeah,
the
the old
dark.
man was something else. He was something else. I was a fucking. I got to know him too a little bit. I know your old man too, Bruce.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, once in a while, guys walking by in the morning. I drink coffee too.
I love it.
All right, boys.
All
Well,
right.
Lonnie,
Well,
thank
thanks for
you.
your time,
Safe
Lonnie.
travels. We'll see you this weekend. We'll definitely have some coffee and some beers, brother. Thank you for joining us, and thanks to your crew there for being an awesome guest.
Thanks,
See you,
buddy.
brother.
Well, boys, over 2.5 hours in. Hell of a guest
Yeah.
there. Hell of a show. Should
Pretty
we wrap
epic.
it?
Pretty epic. Yep. Great to see you guys. We have, I guess, the next time we're together is Bowling Green Week, and Tyler, you will be there. I know Adam said we're all going to be at Bowling Green, right?
I'll be at Bowling Green. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be there for the Wednesday show or not yet. It kind of depends on work. Obviously, I would love to be. We'll play that one by ear, but
We'll play by ear, but the bet's coming back. The cat food. There's too much.
Yep,
There's too much
cat
momentum
food.
behind cat food. The
Cat
cat, food.
food.
All right.
we gotta
Well, when we get,
Chase, pick one of Adam's tractors right now. Red, black, or blue. Which one's in it? Go.
I mean, they're all good. I don't know which one
I
you
know.
want.
I know. Well, you got to pick it.
I don't know I don't know. We'll pick it next show.
Oh,
No, we have to
come
pick
on.
it this show because we'll have drawings,
That's what I mean.
right?
Pick a color.
Well, but we don't know what's what though. You never know on numbers.
All right. Well, then, should we bring Lonnie back on to pick a damn
No.
color? What are you doing?
Red, black, or blue?
Red, black, blue. Pick.
I don't know. They're all good.
Pick a color.
And then which is your one you hate the most?
The green one.
Okay.
Adam,
Chase,
if
we
you
got
had
to
to
end
pick one of them. Yeah, if you had to pick one of them you didn't like, the one that which one won the championship last year? It was the black one, right? It was Footloose. Yeah,
Yeah.
the black one, the
Yeah.
defending champion. That's fair enough.
Okay, black one.
Fair
All right.
enough.
So that's a
Yeah,
lock. Adam's black tractor, Chase's mini, my mini at Bowling Green. Whichever one of us does the worst has to eat a can of wet cat food the show after Bowling Green.
Yeah.
I thought we were shaving our head.
Now, shut up. We've been through this.
No,
We're
no,
over
no.
two and
What was it? You shave your head and we grow ours out for 8 years?
Yeah, I think that was a trade off, Adam. Yeah.
that was thrown around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
All right. Cat food it is.
Tyler-
Black tractor.
Tyler, we won't see you this weekend. Adam, safe travels coming in. Excited to see you in person, believe it or not. So we'll have a good weekend ahead of us. And you guys go to Hillsboro next week. We go to Napoleon, and then we'll all reconvene at Bowling Green, right? Yeah, 2 weeks. So
Sounds like a plan.
we're in August. It's pulling season. Thanks for everyone tuning in. It's been fun. Thanks to Lonnie. Thanks to Jonathan Payne. And we'll see you here in a couple weeks.
See ya.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, turn the light on.
That's a wrap.
Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the No Practice Podcast.
Have a good one. Bye.
Stay tuned for the next episode where we guarantee there